How are we doing tonight? Welcome to the first episode of the Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Um, Bear with me. New campaign. These players are generous enough to humor me, so we will be getting on with that. But I think first we will do some shout outs as far as who we're playing with, and then we will shout out some recent followers and show some love to the community. So first, the screen down here, this is Cheesecake Panda, also known as Tyler.
Hi.
We'll introduce characters later. It'll be fun. Over here, we have Maddie, because she's super cool.
Hey. No, you.
No, you. And then
No, you.
the Joker down there in the bottom right corner, that's only slightly terrifying. I think you guys all might know him, but I'm not sure. But he goes by a name of the D&D Wannabe. I don't know if you've seen him around the internet, but he's been around. So, would you like to throw some shout outs for our recent followers there, Rob?
Sure. I'll get back into that thing in a minute.
Can't wait to see what that mask is for.
Yeah. It's probably going to get plaster in my beard. It'll be wonderful.
Ooh, sounds itchy.
I don't know if anyone else watched VeggieTales growing up, but they sing a song about going to the promised land, and one guy just shouts up, "Sounds sticky." It sounds to me. Oh, sounds kinky, says Irish Mac. Okay, know what you're into. All right, I shouted out some of these during other streams, but a lot of people are new thanks to yesterday's D&D stream. So I'm backing up a little ways just to make sure I haven't missed anybody, and neither did they. So, it's going to be a second, guys. There's a lot. Hi Bye Boy, D&D Halcyon, Dan Says Stuff, Dahobo, Game Raider Girl, Wicked Razex, Commune DM, Alexandra Lee Studios, Spider Charm, Nightmare Relic, Lazy Squid, spelled in an interesting way, Gigi Cool, Hers Lazephi, I give up, Mr. Shikadance, Coffee Kisses, Say Strife, The Uncle Taco 8, not to be confused with any previous Uncle Tacos, Bebop Styles, Catoptris 1221, Jinman 8, Generic Nerd 82. I'm sure you're a perfectly fine and unique nerd. Mutku, Extreme Booty. Without the E at the beginning, just to make sure it's more extreme. Landfear 1988, The Sleaze. Max LeFou, The Guy Nick 37, Gecko's Dungeon. Ruby BX Yang. Potted Ewok, very recently joining us, as well as STL Modern Misses. Thank you all for the follows. Welcome to our party. This is Misty Mountain Streaming, where we like telling interesting stories and experiencing them together. Sometimes that's video games, but most of the time, it's tabletop RPGs like Dungeons and Dragons.
Those are some of the most badass usernames I've ever heard.
I'm a big fan of... I love Extreme Booty and the Sleaze. These guys get me.
What a duo.
Well, you know. What a duo. All right. Well, are you guys ready to dive into this adventure that may or may not be a dumpster fire? We'll see.
I'm ready for the dumpster fire. Like,
Brought
let chaos
matches.
reign. Let's do it.
Oh, sweet. If you guys are ready to light the fire, I'm ready to push the dumpster. So, all right.
I'm a sorcerer. We like our fireball.
That's true.
Hello, everybody in the chat, by the way. I see new faces.
I'm lower. All right, give me a second. I'll fix it. How is that? Is that
Sound
any
balance
better?
is lower than anyone else's.
I had turned
Too many
up.
Robs here. Hey, we know. We also both wore red today. We're both the same age. We both have beards. It is
None
it
of
is a
this
thing.
planned. None of it.
No.
I don't know who's who. I'm just here.
I tried to even distinguish myself.
I've been using Rob 1 and Rob 2.
I'm number 1.
And I'm up 2.
All right. Well, we are going to be starting our adventure tonight near a town named Petal Village. This town is very floral. It got its name for a reason. A lot of the trees have like flowering trees. I'd say it's a medium-sized town, roughly. A river running through it. Just an overall peaceful place. Like, shit doesn't happen here. Like, it's just like you go there and you're just like, I'm gonna enjoy the sunlight. You know, I might work the fields. I might go fishing in the lake. You know, just overall fun. There, I mean, you might have a tavern fight every now and then, but it's the type of place that after they punch each other, you know, everyone's gonna hug it out and be like, hey, let me buy you a drink. So that's kind of the town that we're going to be starting from. And I don't know where I was going with that already.
It's okay. This sounds like an idyllic little,
I know, right?
little mountain town.
So
Yeah,
in this
could possibly go wrong.
absolutely nothing could go
doesn't-
wrong.
And it doesn't sound like it gets much excitement out here either.
Well, I mean, it's peaceful. You don't need excitement when you have peace. So,
Yeah.
in this town are 2 of our adventurers this evening that we will come to later. But first, let's adventure down into the town where our story begins. So, first, should we do character introductions?
If you like.
Yeah.
Up to you.
You can either do them as we get to our character, or just do them all in one go.
Let's do them like as we come across them. I like that idea. So, I'm going to start out as one of the carnival owners, and I will be having a conversation with one of the hands of the carnival. Scinn, where are you? Where are you at,
I'm over
Scinn?
here. I'm right. I'm turn around and look down. Yeah.
Oh, there you are. What have you been doing this whole time? We've been looking all over for you.
I'm small. I've been standing here.
I've been having.
It's fine though.
You're
It's
just. Tell you what. Carnival's getting set up. I need you. I have the most important job for you. I know you've been having trouble. I need you to just take these and get them out, and I will be handing you a large stack of flyers, advertisements for the carnival.
They're as big as he is. For everybody watching, I am playing a 2-foot-tall fairy. His name is Scinn. He has like bright, colorful wings on his back, and he's wearing like a little blue outfit, and he's got blue hair down to like right here, and little pointy ears, and he's teeny tiny. Yeah, he's gonna take the stack and kind of like shove it awkwardly under an arm, and it's kind of like trailing down at his knee, just like, I got it, boss. Don't worry. Don't worry. I won't do the glitter thing this time. You told me not to do that last time.
Thank you. Please, we can't afford any messes. We only come to this plane once every 8 years. But we have to bring people to this carnival.
Maybe just a little glitter, just tiny bit.
If I see glitter again, I don't know what job we'll find for you next. You can pass.
Got it.
You can have a little bit of glitter, but don't tell the boss man, the other boss.
Yes. He starts like scurrying off, like because he's barefoot. You just hear like little like as he's running off.
So as you're making your way down the road, the carnival, I should say, it's set up just outside of town. It's not very far. Maybe a 20-30 minute walk for a normal sized person. But it's a big campus. I call it a campus, but I'm not really sure what other term to use. You know, you got big workers out there setting up the big tents. You know, setting up like the carnival games. And you have rides, and you hear a bunch of like hammering and like rope pulling. People saying, "Why aren't you pulling your weight?" You got other people like, "I am over here." Okay, so Mr. Light goes ahead and sends Scinn down to Petal Village with a stack of flyers and said, "Hurry back because we have some other things you can do, but just make sure you get those flyers handed out." So
before he goes, he gathers up Timothy, and Timothy's going with him. We'll get to Timothy in a little bit.
Perfect. So you're walking down the trail to the town, and you come across people out working in the field as you approach the outskirts of town, and you just get like a over sense of joy, like, oh my god, boss man gave me a job. I'm so excited. So, how would you like to go about handing out your flyers?
Well, he's real excited, and like, there's definitely a couple of them on the top that got a little crumply, but like, it's okay. Like, just, rub them on the table corner. It'll be fine. And he starts like finding like all of the boards that he could possibly stick them on, and like with his little wings he kind of like flutters up and is just like sticking them on things, and like he definitely also too like sticks one to the back of someone's pant leg and then runs away.
I love him.
the guy, you stuck it on his pant leg, he just kind of like shakes his leg like, what? And like just picks it up and says, "Oh, the Witchlight Carnival's back in town. I have to go check that out.
See you later tonight, sir." And he just keeps like running off. Timothy in tow.
Okay. So as you go through, I'd say you've probably handed out, your stack's probably half gone at this point. So we'll cut you out right there. Rob and Maddy, what are your characters doing at the time?
Ladies first.
All right. So Sawyer is probably wrapping up her day job, where she assists a little halfling family with their flock of sheep. And she's walking into town with her shepherd's crook, and is getting ready for her night shift down at the little fighting pit that they have in town. She's just cruising through town. Sawyer, for everyone watching, is a human monk. I'm very excited. First time playing a monk. Let's go. She's got sort of shaggy, dark brown hair that she keeps in these two little buns on the back of her head. And she's wearing a cap that's sort of a burnt orange color, and she's got a men's vest and these like oversized men's slacks that she has on. She has hand wraps on, and she has these little leather boots. And she's just walking with her crook through town just to see what was going on during the day and everything.
Okay.
Oh no, he's in character.
I can't tell. He looks so serious. Cheshire, what is your character doing?
Cheshire is a satyr, and he is dressed in bright colors around his waist and a smart blue vest. Well, it was probably smart about 6 years ago. And a wrinkled and rumpled white shirt. And he's wearing a white mask that he probably made himself. He definitely did. And it looks very much like he definitely made it himself. It's kind of shit, kind of like this. He is standing next to a cornfield on the main road, and wearing his mask, he is trying his best to entertain a small crowd of local children by having a conversation with a scarecrow that is sitting up there with an enormous pumpkin head. And he's asking the children different fruits, different vegetables, and one of them will shout, "Watermelon!" And he'll say, "Right, watermelon. Presto!" And he will indicate the pumpkin on the top of the jack-o'-lantern's head, and it will change from the round, orange, like, ribbed pumpkin shape to looking just like it is a watermelon, with the same crummy face as on his mask plastered over the top of it. Cheshire finds it a lot easier to interact with children than with adults, and the adults of this town don't want much to do with him, but he'll take any audience that he can get.
As Sawyer is walking back into town, she hesitates for a second to watch this masked performer turn the scarecrow head into different fruits. And she steps forward, she tosses a couple copper pieces into whatever his busking cup is, or hat, or whatever.
He has a little hat, not too dissimilar from your own, but
we got it from the same place, probably.
Probably. Rarely wears it, and it is because it is so dirty, because it's always sitting on the dirt trying to collect people's chump change. But he smiles and does an elaborate bow. Says, "Thank you, madam. Any requests?"
How about a kiwi? Can you turn it into kiwi?
A kiwi?
Yeah. There's little tiny brown ones with the green inside.
He leans, "What's a kiwi look like?"
Oh, well, it's a little brown one with the green inside.
Oh, little brown one it is. And he turns and he morphs it into what is tantamount to a potato. His estimation of what a kiwi would look like, not having ever seen one.
So you're like,
there you are. Thank you so much.
Bravo. Keep it up. And I continue on.
I imagine one of the kids shouts, "That's not a kiwi!" He just becomes flustered and starts trying to distract them with something else.
All right. And I would say that while Scinn is passing out flyers, he is caught by just like did that pumpkin just turn into a watermelon? Like, what's going on over there? Just kind of interested. So I would say you wander over that direction out of curiosity.
You hear loudly from like kind of far away, just like a "Wow, potato!" You two see this little tiny 2-foot-tall fairy walking up with basically a big dog that's about the same size as he is, just like walking next to him.
You don't see that every day.
Just like standing in front, like
reaches down, picks up the dirty hat, dumps the shillings out, puts it on just so he can take it off and say, "And good day to you, sir. Welcome. I haven't seen you around Petal before. Newcomer, perhaps? And what a fine animal. What's its name?"
"Oh, yeah. Well, my name's Scinn. I work with the circus. This is Timothy. Look, he does this really cool thing. Timothy, do it!" And like he pauses for a second, and suddenly like the dog barks and just like and like blinks out of space, and then he stands there for like way too long, just pointing at the spot with a big smile on his face. She's like, "In a minute, it's good."
Where'd he go?
Oh.
And then eventually he like back into place. Blink dog. It's an old blink dog. That's Timothy.
I'm fairly good at making things appear, but now that is a trick.
Did you do that? Did you turn the dog invisible?
No, that's entirely him. That's just he was born that way. I don't know why.
Yes, it's
Timothy is.
It's not at all a trick. Secretly though, performer. How's it done?
I don't know, man. He's so cool. Someday I
should
just hope I
say
can be
so.
like Timothy. Yeah.
I'd offer to purchase the animal off of you, and he takes the few coins that Sawyer gave him. It's like, how does 4 copper sound?
I don't. He's not like mine to sell. Like he's also.
Oh, I see. My apologies.
Yeah. And like Timothy like blinks in and out of space again.
Sorry. Cheshire reaches down to like see if the dog is just invisible or if it's actually not there. Like sweeps his hand through the space.
Get one very wet lick. Yeah.
It's a good trick.
Oh! I have a job I'm supposed to be doing. He like climbs up on top of Timothy because Timothy's like as tall as he is, so he's like standing now on this dog and is like wiping off his little sweaty hands. It's like, here's the flyer. We're doing a cool thing tonight. It only happens like once every 8 years, so like.
Oh. Flyers. I should make flyers. That's no wonder no one comes to my performances.
You can make them like really fly too if you make like, because I know they're called flyers, but they don't really fly. But like if you make like a tiny airplane and just like, they'll really fly. Full of great ideas.
So you're here with the carnival?
Carnival?
God, this is the voice I chose for months. The carnival's like, it's great. It's really, really cool. We got a lot of really cool things. Have you ever been?
Yeah, sorry, Cheshire, as you two talk, Cheshire snatches one of the flyers you offered and is scrutinizing it.
I really don't remember much of it, but I have been before. I think last time you were on this area, I guess.
Every 8 years.
Yeah.
Special occasion. Yeah. Otherwise, we're usually I don't know where, but I don't really pay attention to directions.
Yeah, elsewhere.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'd love to come by. I really don't have too much going on this evening, so is there anything you'd recommend? Or
definitely, if you like strength thingies, like try the strongman. That one's pretty fun, but like you really gotta like put your weight in the hammer more because otherwise it doesn't work. I never can do it because the hammer's as big as I am. But there's other things too, like games and all that kind of stuff. Or like if you want to go into the tent, maybe I can get you like a good seat.
That would be really awesome.
Yeah, that would be really awesome. It's real cool. It's real fun.
Cheshire has turned to the kids who are all about disappearing dog. Changing scarecrow heads, completely forgotten. And he's showing them the flyer. And kind of knelt down on his hooves to see with them. Says, "Take a good look, children. Ask your parents for anything they can spare. This is going to be one to remember. I went when I was your age, and if I'm honest with you, the last time I can remember being truly happy was when I was your age going to this carnival. And maybe we can all recapture a bit of that." And he snaps his fingers and a little image of Timothy appears in his hand, like with a big doofy smile on his face and a tongue lolling out of its mouth about the same size as the rest of the dog. Says, "A little bit of that magic together, eh? Go on, run to your parents." And then he'll turn to Scinn and say, "I suppose the price of admission is 4 shillings, is it?"
I don't actually know how much it costs. They don't trust me with the money. It'll be okay. We'll make it work. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. You know what? Here, get one sec. And he starts digging in this teeny tiny little like Barbie-sized bag and is rooting around. And like you see like a couple of like shiny rocks fall out. And he's like, "Oh, dang it, I need those for later." And starts like shoving them back. And he's like, here's this. Oh, we lost a Maddie.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
No.
I'm sure she'll be back.
I think she'll be back in a sec. It'll be fine. But yeah, he pulls out like a single gold and hands it to you, and he's like, "Again, I don't know how much it is, but it seems like a lot of people like gold. Why don't you just take that? Here."
Oh.
He like starts like jumping and does like the grandma thing and like sits it in your hand and just goes like, "Enjoy that."
Thank you.
Here we go.
Thank you. We're almost back.
Almost back.
I'm so sorry. My laptop just decided to quit. There was too much magic going on or something.
Too much.
It's all right. Cheshire bows deeply to Scinn. Very grateful for this overwhelming display of generosity as far as he is concerned.
That's the screen that it came back.
Yeah, I looked over at the stream just now and I'm just like, sorry about that. My laptop just like gave up for a second, but we're here.
No,
Too
I
much
get
magic
it.
or something.
Me and your laptop relate. It's okay.
So
Last night though, getting my body paint off, just sitting in the shower, just
like
like laying there. Yeah, why was this a choice? It's 11:45. Like,
Scinn realizes that he still has just a few more flyers to hand out, and in the distance, you all start hearing kind of some carnival music start, just kind of like almost like the band's warming up, like you start hearing some commotion going on. Yeah, exactly. So you start to hand out the, like, oh no, I gotta get back. You just kind of like toss up the rest of your flyers and like start to run back. And at that point, it's just Cheshire and Sawyer there. What are you guys doing?
So, you're planning on going, right?
Cheshire takes off his mask, and beneath the smiling visage, once you get to see his bearded face with his tousled hair and his four horns, the face of such a brightly colored and attempting to be entertaining individual is just very RBF. It's just very placid.
Hey, listen, you
much
don't
like
have
Rob.
to go. Like, I didn't mean to upset you or
No,
anything like that.
I want to go. I'm excited to go. We should go. In fact, I have a gold. Should we go together? I mean, you were the only person who's put anything in my hat all day, and I feel like with a windfall such as this, I just am obliged to share it.
I mean, sure. I could always use a carnival buddy. So Let's do it.
Have you been?
The last time they were here, to be honest, it all felt like a blur, I guess. I don't really remember all of it, so I'm excited to go again.
It's a wild time. This will be my 4th visit.
Really?
Yes.
So you're like an old pro?
I've been before. We'll just leave it at I've been before.
All right. Well, you'll have to show me around then.
Yes, but it's different every time. I'm not going to have any familiar surroundings, I'm sure.
Of course.
The proprietors, as I recall, pride themselves on always having new attractions, always having something up their sleeves. A little trick of the trade. You see, it means that they have something hidden. Normally, street magicians would have. You already know this, don't you?
Yeah, a little bit, but you're an expert of the trade, so if you want to get any more insight or anything, like, I'll take it.
I prefer expert of the trade to old pro very much. Let's go with that.
Noted.
In one more level, I'll be a jack of all trades, as a matter of fact, but not
Hey.
yet. Not yet.
It's a good thing to set a goal for.
Sorry.
No worries.
But
I'll keep an eye on that, Robin.
What happened?
There's a little bit of an echo, and I'm going to start looking for it.
Okay.
That's all.
So, at this point, I would say that you guys start making your way over to the carnival. And as you approach closer, you start hearing the music sounding more put together, and it's getting louder. You start to see people from the town all kind of like funneling out that direction. And as you kind of approach the circus, like you see the big tents, and you're starting to become overwhelmed with joy and like good memories. Like you start to smell like popcorn and just like some feces type smells from the animals that have been there. Like just like those good good smells, just good senses, I guess is a better word, as far as like the carnival's fun. It's always a good time, like just good memories overall. And as you start to approach kind of the entrance, you notice that there's a little bit of line, and people are just walking in, paying for their ticket, and you guys start to make your way up to the ticket booth, and you are greeted by a goblin, and he is like, "Hey, you guys, you want to come to the carnival? It'll be 1 gold each."
Oh, each.
I mean, I can cover myself. It's just that, yeah, I appreciate the thought.
I'm so embarrassed. The prices must have gone up. I don't.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
how about this? You pay for me, I'll pay for you. Deal?
Well, that's an idea. Yes,
Yeah.
let's do that. Let's do it that
All
way.
right.
And I'll pay you back in 8 years.
Guys,
Sure.
I don't got time. There's a line forming behind you. Like,
sorry.
If
All
money's,
right,
money's a problem,
right.
we can work something out. I just need you to step to the side and we can talk about it.
No, it's quite. I have one here. Thank you.
Yeah, I'd like to pay for my friend. What's your name again?
Cheshire, and you're
Sawyer.
You're Osmond's daughter. Yes.
Yeah, that's my dad.
I've heard of you. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
My friend Sawyer. For her.
Yeah, this is for him.
All right. So Nicholas hands you both a ticket. And he's like, "All right, guys, these tickets, they're good for 8 attractions. Make sure you can use them at any point. Check out the carnival, have fun. Whenever they start sounding the alarm for the big tent back there, you don't want to miss the show. It's great."
And is that one of the 8? The tent?
No, the tent is free. The tent
is free. Oh.
I have a friend, really small, said you could get us good seats for the big tent, like VIP sort of thing. Is there any deal for that? Do we get badges or a little wristband?
Small, but like smaller than you, even quite small with wings.
What do you mean,
and a large
smaller
dog?
than
What
It's
do you
just
mean?
literally not as high from the ground.
Are you saying I'm small because I'm a goblin?
No, oh no, I've done it again.
No, you're really handsome.
Yeah,
It's slip of the tongue.
Not at all as handsome as you.
Yeah. I'm keeping my eye on you. Okay.
Oh, no. I put the mask on immediately.
Yeah.
Go on.
Thank
enjoy
you. Thank
yourself.
you. See you later. Goodbye.
I'm so bad with people.
You know what? I think between the two of us, we'll be like decent with people, and I'm confident of that.
It's a group effort.
I think so.
Right. It's like a duo act.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as you guys walk into the carnival, you are just kind of overwhelmed because it's like you get there and you realize, wow, this place is a lot bigger than I thought it could have been. I got to pull up my map, and I just sent you guys a map as well.
Oh, it's on the screen.
And it is on the screen. So as you walk
Such a cool map.
It's a big infinity symbol.
It's so cool.
So you have all these different activities around you. People are walking around. People are playing games. There's music. You're overwhelmed by smell. And so where or what would you guys like to do?
There's so many options.
Do we need to find your friend?
We should find him and the dog.
Yes,
And then he can kind of tell us like the best things and like which ones we can pass on because we only got the 8 little spots on the ticket.
I feel like there's more than 8 things to do here. So,
But I don't want to waste them on like the
No.
boring stuff, you know. I want the
No,
best things.
I mean, the Hall of Illusions, but I do illusions. Like, they have to be better than my illusions for me to want to go
Right.
there. And
Right, exactly.
the fairy lad would tell us, presumably, if they're better than changing a scarecrow's head.
You know what I don't think we could pass up, though?
What's that?
The snail riding.
Snail
There's
riding?
a race. I want to see the snails race.
Okay, well, ask around to find what was his name? Seeing? I think his name was Seeing. Seeing, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, find him and then perhaps snail racing.
All right.
As you
Okay.
guys are sitting there talking, a giant dragonfly actually swoops over your all's head, and the rider, as it swoops over, he accidentally spills some of his drink on some of the people down below. Some of them were Witchlight, like carnival members, and just in that, like up ahead, you hear just kind of the noise of like somebody that's just super high energy, like, why? And that would be your friend CN.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. I think we should go in that direction.
I hear the sound of diminutive outrage. Let's follow that.
Yeah.
Heck, man, I cleaned this outfit last night. And he comes in and he's like, that's a lie. I cleaned this last week. Still.
You just pushed cleaning week up by another 7 days.
You see now he's in like a tiny little like clown outfit.
Oh,
Like he's pulled his hair up into two little buns to mimic Sawyer.
Uh-huh.
hey, are you all right down there?
Oh, you came. And then he quickly like whips around and points at an elven woman a little further away and goes, "You see that, Sharon? I told you they come." And, like turns back around to you.
He did a very good job of telling us that there was a carnival. For the record,
Real convincing.
we were incredibly informed. As
Yes.
informed as we possibly could have been, I dare say.
All right, CN, I believe you. I'll make sure I tell Mr. Light that you did your job successfully. And then the elven lady just kind of saunters off, like greeting guests as she walks.
Sharon, she's all... Anyway, have you done any of the games yet? Have you been here for a while?
We just arrived.
Yeah, we just got here. We want to know which ones we shouldn't pass up, though. We
Yes,
want your
what's the scoop?
opinion. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, what kind of things do you guys like? 'Cause there's a lot. There's. I mean,
We haven't
and he
really-
like gestures one little arm out and like everything.
We haven't really talked about what do you? I don't know at all what you enjoy. As a matter of fact,
What I enjoy.
well, it's snails clearly.
Well, I mean, it's not like snails are my first and foremost interest, but the thought of snail racing is very interesting to me. It's like a juxtaposition, and I just think that's really cool.
When you say the word juxtaposition, he starts to slowly nod, and his eyes get a little wider. It is.
You know, it's funny because the snails are slow,
Juxtaposition.
but
yeah.
they're racing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If we want to do the snail race, we should go do it now because I mean it takes a little bit. Yeah,
That's a good
I mean
point.
it's called a race, but it's more like a crawl.
Oh.
Well, let's hurry.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he like flutters up on his little wings so that he's like at the right height for everybody and just starts leading you off to it.
So,
Excited.
as you guys start
Want to
making
fly.
making your way towards the snail races, you've got a little bit of a walk. Like you're taking in the sights. You see some more giant dragonflies just kind of flying over the head with streamers hanging like from their legs, just kind of like making a big spectacle of it. There's like floral arches that you walk under. There's people sitting like eating snacks and walking along, and you come up to the snail racing, and just think of it like almost like just like a horse race track. There's grandstands next to it with people cheering like go go go, like almost like they're betting money, but they're not because that's not allowed.
It's like Alabama.
Above the circular course, there's a wooden gantry that hangs from the branches of a tree that's in the middle of the course. And there are 2 goblins that are in this little gantry that are kind of officiating the races and calling out the snail positions as they make their way around. You have an entrance, like a walkway that goes to the grandstands, and then you have an entranceway here, and there's another goblin there. It's like, hey, you guys wanting to race the snails, or you just want here to watch?
I'm sorry. What were the options? I only came prepared for one of those 2.
Okay.
We can race them ourselves.
Let me slow it down for you. You can.
Yes, it is a snail race. That is appropriate.
You can race the snail, or you can watch the snail. Which do you want to do?
What does it cost?
Just a punch on your ticket.
I'm glad you said ticket. Do you want? Turn to Sawyer and Scinn. Race. Right? Race?
Oh yes.
I want to race the snails.
This is extreme snail racing, carnival edition.
Oh, you have me slightly confused, my dear goblin. Won't I crush it?
These are giant snails. Like, do you not see the size of these things? And let me tell you, we've been feeding these bad boys so well. They're ready to zoom.
I'm so ready for this. I want to race these snails so bad.
Yes.
Okay.
Scinn, do you join us racing snails?
Yeah, they're really big for me. I'll stand over here and like just cheer you on. And he's gonna kind of like lean in a little bit to like whisper, much like a child, a little too loud, and goes, "Let me tell you, if one of you can get the snail chocolate thunder, that's the fast one. I think they've been giving it like some steroids or something. Just that's the one you want." Oh.
So.
It's not even the snail's name, probably. He's just named it.
I was looking
writing
just
it down.
to see, and I don't see it there. But of you who are racing snails, roll me a d8.
Okay. First roll of the night.
First roll.
All right, I do have my dice. I got these a couple of months ago.
Ooh.
I don't know how well they'll show.
Really?
I'm a sucker for metal dice.
Same,
That did not show up very well, but whatever.
Yeah, this is not in focus, but these are the acrylic, sharp-pointed, like mirror ones from Misty Mountain.
These are I think they're the Divine Blade Misty Mountain ones. I have the Blade of the Maiden here too, which I will save for another thing. D8. 2!
I got a 3.
All right. Cheshire, you will be... the goblin comes back. He's like, all right, you're going to be over here on... you're going to be on the blue team. Your snail's name is Nimblefoot. Don't call him by the wrong name. He doesn't like it. And Sawyer, was it?
Yeah, can I have chocolate thunder, please?
Chocolate Thunder? Who... We don't... Chocolate Thunder died years ago. Like, he's no longer here. Like, it was a horrible accident. Shells bumped. He tilted over. Couldn't get back up. It just wasn't...
I apologize.
Thanks for bringing
I
that
had
back
no
up.
idea. I'm really sorry.
Nightmares
High
for
velocity snail accident. That's killing me. He just spun out in slow motion, tumbled over several times, very slowly.
Tragedy.
All in slow motion.
Miraculously, the rider was uninjured.
An explosion. Yeah.
Tell you what.
That got me. That's fucking great.
I'll take care of you, Sawyer. We'll get you on the purple team. I think purple look good on you.
I like purple.
Your snail's name is gonna be High Road. You're just gonna
High
be so much
Road.
higher. You'll be looking up from the victory because this is extreme snail racing. So let's get you guys changing into your snail slots and we'll get this race underway.
I will take the high road.
You know what they say about the high ground? High road.
The Dublin?
I have the high ground.
I have the high ground, Anakin.
Don't try it. I was not expecting you guys to do snail racing right away, so give me just a quick second.
I was just so excited.
I didn't think we would get to participate. Before we split up to go put on our colors or whatever we do, say I lean over and I don't think we're supposed to do this, but what do you say we make it interesting?
Of course.
I'll hold a shilling in my finger. It's like, yeah.
I'll hold 2.
I will
Let's go.
sleight of hand a second one out from behind the first one. It's like, yeah, let's go.
As a
shove it in
friend,
my pocket.
you're going down. And she puts her coins away.
As a friend, you're probably right.
Cian had disappeared upon the conversation about chocolate thunder. He just suddenly you couldn't see him anywhere.
Oh.
But upon the you're going down, friend, you just hear a tiny whisper from behind you, just like, "We're friends now." That's all you hear from behind. Yeah.
I love him so much.
It'll be a wild couple months, couple weeks playing.
If you're all right while you read, I'll say hi to folks.
Yeah, go for it. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Just say when you're ready to go again. Robin, if you do not live in Alabama, you certainly know we do have weird gambling laws. We have really weird laws about alcohol and taxes too. I will go down that rabbit hole sometime, but it's bad. The light echo is still there. I'm not seeing things light up on Discord, which is usually kind of the giveaway as to who is at fault. So I'm not sure quite what's going on. Obviously, we're all wearing headphones. I don't know that there's much that we can do about that one. Poor Turbo, says Grimforge.
Tragic story.
Yeah, it's really too bad. See. Oh, they started singing in the chat here. Some people started writing rights not knowing where they were, and they'll keep writing rights forever just because. This is the carnival that never ends. It just goes on and on. It comes back every 8 years.
Every 8 years. All right, so
Tragic. Welcome, Lady Green Dragon.
I guess I should probably tell you guys the rules of racing snails, so you guys know how this plays.
Just so we can know the rules, so that we can choose not to follow them.
I mean, do you not want me to tell you?
No,
You
go ahead.
have
go ahead,
to
go
know
ahead.
the rules
Okay.
to be able to bend them.
So
Yes.
It's the rule.
you're right.
That's what my art teacher told me.
The winner of the snail races is the first snail to travel 480 feet. That's what it takes to cross the finish line. The snails move. There's 6 rounds, and the snails move 80 feet per round.
Oh.
So they're quick moving snails, right?
Yeah.
So there'll be some stuff that happens here and there, but you can try and improve your snail's performance by complimenting it. You can pat on its shell, tell it it's doing a good job. You can give it a good kick to try and make it go faster. But there's of course consequences and rewards to all of those solutions.
Okay.
Right. So, as you all start getting, you're putting on your colors and you're getting on, and you realize that they're getting you saddled up onto your snails, and you guys are just so overcome with excitement that you don't realize anything until just before the race is about to start. but the two of you are the only ones actually on snails.
Oh, Scinn could have joined us after all.
Oh, he's going to be so bummed when he finds out.
Shame.
Ladies and gentlemen, grab your seats. The next round of snail racing is about to begin. And we have, a wonderful, fresh crew of snails on the track. In stall number 1, we rocking the pink colors. We have Shelly Moo, and you hear some of the crowd start cheering and clapping. Not really a fan favorite, but up there a little bit. In slot number 2, rocking the blue colors tonight, we have Nimblefoot, and then like one of the announcers looks down and is like, "Why are there people on the snails?" Okay, guys, we have a special race for you tonight. We have some jockeys on the snails. On stall number 3, we have in the purple colors High Road.
I like flex, and then I go like this.
Oh,
and I'm like amping up the crowd.
And you hear the crowd start, clapping and like cheering questionably, but like, why? And like, well,
yeah.
you see that? That's quite a performance down there. We might have a new crowd favorite. But let's continue announcing these guys. In stall number 4, we have in green colors Quickleaf. Followed by yellow being Flower Flash. In stall number 6 in orange colors we have Wizzy. In stall number 7 with red. Watch out, guys. This is one of our champions. This is Breakneck. No mercy. I've seen him race before. Gonna be an interesting one. And last but not least, in black we have the Queen's Majesty.
Ooh.
So
Do you think Breakneck was responsible for what happened to poor Chocolate Thunder?
Oh no. We have to make sure he doesn't win in Chocolate Thunder's honor.
Right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. And you hear some chanting of the announcer. They go, 3, 2, 1. So the snails all take off. So in the first round, how are you riding your snail? Are you coercing it to go faster? Explain to me how you're riding.
Sawyer so before she even got on, she crouched down to the snail's face and she was like, "Listen, I think you're really cool. I've always wanted to do this. I didn't even know I could. So I think we're gonna do great." So now she's up on top of the snail, and as we've started, she's like, "We're doing it! We're really doing it!" And she's just like full on like, "We're a team, you and me, High Road the snail. Let's go." So,
Okay,
just loud encouragement.
Roll me an animal handling check.
Ooh, okay. What is my... Okay, there it is. That is going to be a dirty 20.
All
that's
right.
good.
So as you're, riding along, you actually will get a extra 10 feet. So go ahead and mark that your snail moved 90 feet.
90 feet. All right. Good for High Road.
Right?
I love my snail.
Cheshire, how are you riding your snail?
So to start off with, he will, as soon as that horn sounds, he will twiddle his fingers and gesture behind the snail. And coming off the back of this snake's tail is just flames. Like we're taking off at breakneck pace. And say, "Look at you, you're going so fast. Hurry, come on. We gotta win that 2 shillings. Just trying to hype it up.
Okay, go ahead and roll
You heard
me
loud.
animal handling.
You heard
Animal
loudly.
handling.
hear very loudly from the side, just like, Chester, no, you don't light him on fire. He definitely said the wrong name.
That is a very good roll for a 22.
Hey.
Right. So you also move at, just a breakneck speed of 90 feet. With the
We're pretty good at this.
You are. So at the end of the first round, we have Nimblefoot and High Road tied for first. We have Breakneck and Shelly Moo tied for second. Queen's Majesty, Wizzy, Flower Flash in third. And Shelly Moo in fourth place. So
I was afraid that we were going to be at a disadvantage because we had the added weight, but no, this is quite good.
Let's go.
So let's start round 2. We're going to have Sawyer go ahead and lead.
So am I just rolling, or do I have to tell you if I'm doing something different?
What are you doing?
Okay, so we're kind of in the lead here. We're tied for the lead. Sawyer is gonna start patting the shell very encouragingly. You know how someone goes up to a dog that doesn't want to just get scratched, but just pats them really rapidly, and the dogs are like, "Oh yeah," that's what she's doing. She's patting the snail shell.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me another animal handling.
Ooh, that's not as good. That's gonna be an 11.
Okay. So you move forward, but you actually move forward slower. So you can mark yourself at 70 feet.
Okay. In addition to the original 90?
Correct.
Okay.
Math.
Yeah. This is the only game that would trick me into doing math.
Click clack math rocks for everyone. So we will have you know what, Cheshire, go ahead and go.
Okay. By the way, all the stuff I'm doing is minor illusion. If I didn't actually say I was casting spells or anything, I'm just using cantrips to do little harmless things. And what I would like to do is I would like to take whoever I think is going the fastest right now. If anyone is in danger of overtaking my lead, I want to use minor illusion and just create on their little portion of the track just the illusion of a line of salt in front of one of them.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Go ahead and what would you roll for that? To see if it's successful.
I could do with illusions. They're typically the person perceiving the illusion would have to roll to see if they believe it's actually there or not.
Okay. Okay, so what would the check on that be? Because it was a 19.
Well, it is a 13 to see through my illusions if they don't believe they're real.
Okay. So, Breakneck was the closest hard-charging snail, and he sees you look back and, kind of try and swirl your hand and put some salt on the ground, and he says, "Nuh-uh." So
No.
go ahead, and how would you like to continue your turn?
I suppose I'm not encouraging, in all fairness to the other racers, I'm not really encouraging mine to go any faster. I just made a ploy to sabotage someone else. So I don't think I would move any faster or slower than my snail would normally move.
Yep, so you can move forward 80 feet.
Okay, that puts me at 170.
Oh, you just passed me.
Just passed you.
Oh.
So, since Breakneck was the target of your illusion, and he's kind of enraged, let's see.
Oh no! It is Twisted Metal! He does have a cannon. He has the popcorn gun. Look out, Scinn.
Scinn, duck.
So we'll start with Breakneck. He comes flying up and just kind of bumps into your shell and just kind of gives you a nudge.
Oh no! I've been hoisted on my own petard.
So he's neck and neck with you in first place. Sawyer is in second place with Wizzy and Queen's Majesty. Followed by third place, we have Quickleaf and Flower Flash. And then in fourth place, we have Shelly Moo and Wizzy. So, at this start of the fourth round, let's see, that's the wrong dice. All right, and then... Okay. I don't know what that means, but we'll make it work. We'll make it sound cool. Go ahead with your turn, Sawyer.
Okay.
We're just giving you initiative since you went first.
I dig it. Sawyer's gonna lean down and be like, "Did you see that? He totally just bumped the other snail. We can't have that. Let's split him up." And I'm gonna encourage the snail to stop the violence and zoom forward to get in between them.
Oh my god.
Let's break it up. Break it up.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me another animal handling.
16.
Okay. So you actually move forward 90 feet again. But you cruise right through. You push Breakneck to the side, and you push Nimblefoot to the side. But in doing that, you caused old Nimblefoot to get a stitch, reducing his speed by 40 feet this round.
Whoa.
My snail got a stitch?
Yep.
Oh no.
I bump past you and then I just go, sorry.
So, Cheshire, how are you receiving this little bump from not only Breakneck but now High Road as well?
Well, I don't fault my friend, but the audacity of this snail. That is something to be to this. You're not. Listen, Nimblefoot. You're not going to take that, are you? Come on, quick. Make tracks. I mean, leave trail, I suppose, is the appropriate thing for snails. Hurry on, come on.
Okay, go ahead and roll me an animal handling.
That is
all
a
of
19.
These snails are just petty. They're all just being petty, and they're like, no, I'm not going to let them do that.
While you're talking this, you hear Breakneck just kind of let out this snarl. So you actually will move forward 90 feet. Oh, well, nope, sorry.
No.
50 feet.
I got slowed down. Yeah, all right. So I'm at 220. And am I... How far are you down the track?
I'm at 250.
You are just in range. So I will shout to Sawyer. Says, break a leg, or whatever the equivalent is for snails. You're doing great. And I will give you bardic inspiration for future rolls.
Aww,
And have a D6 when you need it for the next.
What a pal.
So
I thought you were trash talking, and you actually wanted me to break my leg.
It's much like the up your sleeve thing from earlier. It's a trick of it means good luck.
I get it now. Thank you.
Just shouting over the din of this race, explaining idioms.
Just having a conversation.
But that'll be all.
Okay. All right.
Oh, I have 60 feet. You were in range either way. There we go.
So,
10 minutes, not one.
To finish up this round, we have, Breakneck is right in second place. First place is, High Road up there being all high and mighty. Second place, we have Breakneck. just kind of, eat my dust back there to Nimblefoot, followed by Wizzy. And the rest of the other 4 snails have just kind of like trailed off. They're tired. Like they didn't really have much going for them. They were just entertainment. In the meantime, you hear the announcers. This is the most exciting race we've ever had, guys. We should put riders on these guys more often. Like they're
I flex again.
They're bumping shells. Those are going to be tough to buff out later, and hopefully Breakneck doesn't have another incident. But we won't talk about that. Crowd, how are you feeling?
Really sounds like a euphemism.
And you hear the crowd start, cheering, being hyped up from the announcers. I'm just overall getting excited. Does CN participate in this? Are you nervous?
I was going to say, you somehow still hear above an entire crowd of people one high-pitched, shrill, just, "You got this!" coming really loud from over everyone.
So, we will start our 4th round. Let's see here. Okay.
While you are looking down,
Yep.
just so we know, the normal options for how to spend channel points in our live D&D sessions are still there. You can award us players or the Dungeon Master guidance for our NPCs. You can award us inspiration for a heftier amount of challenge points. Rob actually asked me to add another option to this particular campaign that can raise or decrease the mood of the campaign to either make it more favorable or less favorable towards us or towards people in general. It is a mechanic that he has not explained to me, but I made the buttons nonetheless. So they are there if you're wondering what they are.
I have a feeling we'll discover what the mood of the carnival means in just a bit.
Yeah, I have lighten mood and darken mood.
Oh, and Irish Mac is lightening the mood a little bit.
All right.
We also all got a guidance from Grimforge.
Yes, thank you,
perfect.
Grimforge.
Gotta set that DM over here. 'Cause I need it because I've fallen behind because of some fucking snail shenanigans.
Okay, so as you guys are, you're riding along, sorry, Sawyer got the, the extra boost. Like, oh yeah, like he's really cheering for me. I can win this. I can take his strings. Like, I gotta be careful. Breakneck's right behind me. This is getting kind of scary. So
I am concerned about this.
As you're putting the reins really to your snail, your saddle actually comes loose and falls off.
Oh no!
So
go bareback
ahead and make me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Let's see. I'm pretty good at those. Let's see here. I'm gonna use this one. 16.
Okay. So your saddle falls off, and you just kind of see it, but you're able to remain on top of the snail. And you're just kind of like, at this point, you're holding on kind of for dear life.
Yeah.
So, how would you like to proceed?
Okay. So I'm a little concerned about Breakneck coming up. Because I just came from my day job of working with sheep and being a little shepherd, I'd like to think I have some like hay or grass in my pocket, and I would like to throw it back to see if Breakneck will stop to eat it, because snails love munching on greens.
Well, what would that be, check-wise?
Maybe like a sleight of hand to get it in the right area or something?
I don't think snail mouths are very clearly defined to the uninitiated.
Yeah.
Or just like even just sort of in front of them. I'd rather this race be between me and my friend than this snail that has caused race tragedies.
You could do that, or
Allegedly.
you could do like an athletics,
Allegedly.
like, to see like how well you
Oh,
can,
that's
throw
true.
it over, like how well
Like an
she can, like, aim it.
athletics.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Okay, let's do it.
By the by, Rob, you were awarded inspiration as the dungeon
Oh.
master. So if you roll something that you don't like, Grimforge has offered you and I the opportunity to re-roll.
Thank you, Grim.
Nice.
And when we're done racing, do let us know how Irish Mac's channel points were spent
Yep,
to
absolutely.
lighten the mood.
Ooh. All right, so I rolled a 17 plus 3 for my athletics is another dirty 20.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Class though.
Well, Breakneck sees you throw down the the hay, and
A wad of grass.
and I'm not really sure how snails really eat, but he just
They're big magic
We're just gonna
snails,
say,
so
like,
they can
he-
be whatever you
he just-
you want.
dips his mouth down and just kind of like scoops it as he goes. Mouthful
Okay.
of dirt and grass all together. But I will say it slows him down a little bit.
I am
Nice.
definitely Googling snail mouth. That's going to be in
I
my
think they have
history.
little like they almost
They
look like
do.
little cat mouths.
They have, well, they look like little cat buttholes as far as I'm concerned, but they're on their face.
Has anyone ever seen the faces and mouths on the stingrays and manta rays?
Yeah.
They're like right here, and it's just like smiley faces. So it's just like,
it's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, how are you just riding the snail normally? Are you trying to encourage it?
I think this round we're gonna do it normally. I was a little shaken by the saddle fall.
That's
I'm
fair.
just trying to get this other guy out of the race so my friend and I can, a good fair race going
A
forward.
good fair race. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can go ahead and mark 80 feet.
Okay. I'm at 330 now.
And Cheshire.
Cheshire is going to try and do a little bit of a stunt. He's going to scooch back on his saddle a little bit in a sort of performative way, and he's going to like ride along. I don't know if you've been to a rodeo, and you'll see like someone kind of get off the saddle and kind of lean on the side and like run alongside their horse. he's a pretty quick fellow. He's going to try and like give a little bit of extra push with his goat legs as they go. It's like, we're in this together. Come on, let's go, come on.
So inspirational.
Okay. I would say do an athletics check.
Athletics, my mighty +0. I'm going to go ahead and spend that inspiration. Why not? 'Cause I don't want it to go to waste. Why save something that I can get back so easily? That is cocked. And that is worse. So I will try my D4 as well for my guidance. There we go. That raised it to an 11.
Okay. I'll say you're able to hop off and kind of run with it. I won't say that you get any kind of a speed boost, but you're just kind of running along.
Maybe I didn't hurt anything at least.
Right.
It was a 2 and a 7 before I started doing things to it.
You hear the announcers like, "Wow, folks, what is going on down here? First it was snails, and now it's satyrs and snails. What is going on down there?" So you can go ahead and mark 80
Could I
feet.
petition?
Yeah.
Perhaps in this display, kind of get the crowd on my side so that the crowd is cheering for Nimblefoot and
I would absolutely say that. Yeah.
I'm happy to roll for it if I need to,
Nope,
but
you're good. Like,
Okay.
people are really confused as far as what's really going on. This is no type of snail racing that they've seen. So they're just, they're really getting amped up.
See, Ian's helping this along. Like, still very blatantly saying the wrong name. Just be like, that guy out there, his name is Chester. He's real cool, guys. Like, I was telling you, he can make potatoes. Like, that's what he's saying.
Did he just say he can make potatoes? Like, I'm pretty sure we farm those.
No, he totally cuts out like that whole process of like the dirt and all that stuff. Like, he makes a potato.
Oh, okay. And then you just kind of hear him whisper like, the Fae people they're kind of kind of weird. I don't know what kind of pixie dust he's on, but whatever.
Let's go, Potato Man.
You were
So
joking at the start.
I am Spudnik.
so to finish that race, Breakneck did slow down. What is your footage at, both of you?
300.
330.
330. Okay.
It's you and me.
So
Let's go.
Breakneck is back even with Cheshire. I know you guys both you rode up next to him while he was eating his dirt.
Munching.
And Wizzy is back there, just kind of in fourth place, but has fallen kind of way back. So it's really just a race between the three of you now. So, back to the top of the order. What would Sawyer like to do?
I am going to lean down and whisper to my snail, "We're going to win this in honor of Chocolate Thunder." And then I'm going to turn around and shout at Breakneck, "The audience will never forgive you for what you did to Chocolate Thunder!" And try to, shake him.
Oh.
And you hear Breakneck just kind of snarl. At this point, you kind of think that the snail might have rabies, but you're not sure. Is that really a snail?
Snail rabies.
He got snail rabies.
Snabies.
Picturing that weird cat noise, like the.
So I would say go ahead and mark yourself another 80 feet.
Okay.
Cheshire, how would you like to proceed?
I'll just keep encouraging my snail along. I've got ground to cover.
Are you encouraging it, or are you just going at normal?
No, I'd like to encourage it along and stroke the back of its head and just nothing flashy this time. Just trying to catch up to Sawyer.
Okay, go ahead and do an animal handling for me.
That's an 11.
Okay, so you actually slow down a bit.
Oh no!
So you move forward, and actually, you slow down by 20 feet.
Uh-oh.
So you will move 60 feet total.
I don't think that you understood, Nimblefoot. Faster. Faster. It's the opposite of what you're doing.
You're just kind of slowing down, and Breakneck looks at you because you guys are riding right along side by side, and you start to slow down, and Breakneck just kind of steams forward and is now 10 feet behind High Road.
Oh no, this can't happen. We gotta fix this.
So you hear the announcers speak up like, "Oh my goodness, this is so close. We have High Road in first place and Breakneck right on his tail. And we're not really sure what happened to the Satyr and Nimblefoot, but they're back there too."
Oh.
So, what is your footage at now?
410.
Oh, you're in danger of winning.
Yep.
Oh no.
What are you at, Rob?
I'm at 360. I am quite behind.
Okay. So
well, actually, everybody hears that weird sound of a microphone cutting out and dropping, and then Sally just very high pitch over the microphone. "Sawyer, you could do it! You could do it!" And then, "Hey, give me that back!" And just
Sawyer just points to the sky and goes, "This is for you, Cian."
And we'll go ahead and start the next round. So there's been random surprises that have been rolling this whole time. And,
oh God! Oh no!
One of them is the ghost of Chocolate Thunder returns to the track and is racing alongside them all. I have never seen anything like this.
It's a miracle.
I started something. What have I done?
So, this one actually affects Nimblefoot. So, if you want me to start with that one, I can.
Go for it.
Okay, so Nimblefoot is actually just so encouraged and bolstered by the crowd cheering as everything is going on. And during this turn, the movement speed is actually going to be doubled.
Hell yeah!
Oh. That's good.
Let's go. Let's win this race at the same time.
So you could move a potential of
160 feet.
Would
Okay.
that bring you over the top?
What has happened? Yeah.
Heck yeah.
What has happened to my snail that has given it this? It's just feeling this encouraged.
Yeah, the crowd is like it took them a little bit to really get up and going by your display of running beside him, and the fact that almost kind of like the what's the word? The underdog kind of. Breakneck was kind of racing a little dirty, but at the beginning, and they're just kind of rooting for you and cheering.
All right, I will lean down towards the snail's like feelers, its antenna, and I'll gently take hold of one and pull it up like I'm about to whisper in what I imagine is an ear. Who knows if it actually is? Not an expert on snail anatomy.
The kind of mucus
picture or
I
say,
drip.
Say, hey, I've got 2 shillings coming if I win, and I'll split it with you if you overtake them right now.
Ooh.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a animal handling.
This snail needs money. Let's go.
I'm gonna say an animal handling and let's do a athletics because you're gonna have to hang on for a snail going that fast.
Okay. Well, my athletics is a natural 20.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
My animal handling is a 9.
Oh, okay. We're still gonna give you the speed boost. It just won't be the full speed boost.
Okay, I imagine it doubles my worst speed.
Okay, so we'll bump you up to we'll give you 120 feet.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I will. You said it's a 480-foot course.
Correct.
I will make it to the finish line.
To the finish line.
On that roll. I land exactly on
Yes.
480.
Okay.
The question is, does anyone else make it with me?
We'll just have to see.
We can hold hands as our snails go across the finish line together and be like, yeah.
Sawyer, go ahead and do your snail performance for me.
All right. Yeah, I'm just going to keep being like, we're going to do this. We're going to do this together, High Road. So is that just animal handling?
Yep, that's just a straight up animal handling.
What do I add to that? God.
There was...
Okay.
I'm nervous.
That's a 15.
A 16? Okay, that's...
A 15.
Oh, a 15? That's still good enough. So, you can move a full 80 feet.
You cross first.
You and me, no. I'm going to stop and we're going to do it together.
You guys are all going at the same speed. So let's see what old Breakneck does.
Boo, Breakneck.
Okay.
Hey, you have advantage. You have inspiration if this is where you want to spend it.
Yeah, we're going to do that because I'm rooting for Breakneck.
That's what the chat gave you.
Oh, okay. So, Breakneck, he's just kind of giving it the full, like, everything he's got for this final push. And about 30 feet from the finish line, he just, like, stops. And he's just kind of like his eyes are closed and he's just stops right in the middle of the track.
Is it a narcoleptic snail?
Go ahead.
He's feeling regret.
The announcers are like, "Oh, Breakneck is making his final push," and sorry, it looks like Breakneck stopped. I don't know if maybe he got an upset stomach from that hay that randomly showed up on the course, but we'll check on him. Like we'll make sure everything's good. And the both of you cross the finish line at the same time.
Yay!
In the meantime, you see kind of like
rip off my mask and have my fist in the air and just have no expression on my face whatsoever.
I call out, "He's happy, I promise!"
And while you guys are cheering, like the snail handlers are running out there and checking, and it appears that in Breakneck's vengeance to try and get first place, karma caught up to him, and he had a heart attack on the track.
No.
Chocolate Thunder came back for one final revenge.
Fast and dangerous life of extreme snails.
You risk it all for these snail races, man. You never know what's going to happen out there.
Heart couldn't take the excitement.
Oh, that grass probably didn't help.
God damn.
Guys, let's hear it for our snail racing champions of the Witchlight Carnival this year. And the crowd's cheering.
Let's go!
And you start seeing,
Yeah!
flowers kind of like be tossed down towards you all as you're kind of on this podium area. Yeah.
Can I catch a flower and throw it to Scinn?
I'm
like, this is for you.
roll a. What kind of check would that be? I'm really bad about this, guys. I'll get it, I promise.
This just sounds like a performative, sexy little thing to do when you're winning.
Yeah, okay.
Heck yeah, let's do it.
Just like
Performance.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
While they're doing it, I quietly slip a shilling to a snail.
Oh, I got it at 12.
Okay, I would say that's more than enough to catch a flower being thrown at you.
Actually, no, you throw it out to Scinn, and it's much like all the golden retrievers when people are throwing food to them. He's what? And just
Night Irish, have a good one.
I'll give the little ones treats for you later. Yeah.
So, you guys step down from your podium and you start making your way back towards the entrance. And what are your opinions? What do you want to do next?
It's incredible. You were so fast. It's quite amazing, really.
The performance, the artistry. I think we invented a new kind of snail racing today.
I was amazed that since they're not accustomed to having people ride them, that they had saddles and bridles handy. That's
and they
fortunate.
looked forward to encouragement.
Do we remain reigning champions until the carnival comes to town again? Or
I mean, until someone else rides those snails, I think we're the winners overall.
it's going on my resume, reigning snail race co-champion.
Yeah.
Hey, make sure that you add too that you make potatoes. I told everybody that you made potatoes.
I heard a couple potato chants during the
Did
whole
you?
thing.
Potato.
I had missed it. Well, wow. I didn't know that was in such high demand, really.
Everybody likes a good spud, it's good art.
Yeah, it's versatile.
Yeah.
Yes.
While he's fluttering there, he's using Druidcraft and just making a teeny, teeny, tiny little flower crown that he just and throws up on his head.
So, what would you guys like to do next, or adventure 2?
Let's have a look at the... Scinn, any recommendations? What did you have in mind? What do you enjoy?
Yeah.
Do you ever get a chance to just go to the attractions, or do they usually have you working?
Oh, I go to them a lot. I'm not supposed to, so I don't say that out loud. But I do. I guess question for DM, how long do we have probably until the show starts? Because I want to make sure they see the show.
I would say there's time for probably 2 more activities.
Okay.
Oh,
do you guys want? Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I should before I forget. With that mood boost of the carnival,
Oh yeah.
the colors all of a sudden seem just a little bit more vibrant. You don't. It doesn't seem. It seems more clean. The music sounds a little more upbeat and peppy. Just like everyone's really starting to have a good time. Nothing too crazy. But there's like you don't have to worry about feeling to see if someone pickpocketed you. Like everyone's just having a really good time.
I pat Cheshire on the back and I go, "You feel that, buddy? You feel that?
Is that the
You feel
effect?
that in there?"
Is that the effect we had with our rousing victory?
I think we raced those snails so good.
I dare say that we did. Oh, Scinn, we're right next to the Pixie Kingdom. Is that something you're associated with? Or, is that like your part of the show?
Not really part of the show because the one time I tried, we here at the carnival we don't talk about that anymore. Don't worry about it. But yeah, things went wrong. It's okay. It's okay. Like only like 2 people got hurt. So now I just do like background things. But we could definitely go see the Pixies if you want. They're pretty nice.
The Hall of Illusions was probably what I might consider very interesting.
You could definitely go to the Hall of Illusions. When you guys just wrote something, I don't think you probably want to do like the Dragonfly area. So yeah, let's go to the hall. Let's go to the hall.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's just right here. After all, it's
Short walk.
Okay. So as you guys start walking over that direction, you are actually stopped by one of the carnival hands. Let me turn the map off here so you can get an image and see what they look like.
ooh, images.
So you're greeted by this young treant that is wearing butterfly wings, and he's accompanied by a little red squirrel, and they have names. I just gotta find them because I didn't write them down.
I have to say, this
what a cool afro.
adventure has some of the coolest art. I've seen a couple pictures of like different bits and pieces, and the art throughout this whole adventure is so pretty.
Oh, I forgot to give you guys things.
I love things.
I forgot to give you things. I will be better organized this next time, guys. I promise. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
You're doing great.
I'm like slightly stressing out.
Well, we'll take a second. Hey, we're about an hour and a half in. Do you want to take a break right now and have a second to look over stuff, let people walk around, refill a drink, maybe?
And bring up the anticipation for the Hall of Illusions.
Yes, and what this fellow, what their whole deal is.
Yeah.
That works for me. Well,
it's like a festive Groot.
We'll take a. You guys want to take a 10-minute break? Is that more than enough?
I think that's probably fair. Yeah. Everybody, go kiss your loved ones, pet your animals, and come back.
Drink some water.
All the water.
So that drink your something. I don't endorse water.
I'm definitely not drinking Mountain Dew.
Of some sort.
All right, guys. We'll see you back here in 10 minutes for the Hall of Illusions.
Yay!
Guild.
All right, guys, we are back. Thank you for allowing us to stretch our legs and, you know, have a quick breather. But I had some words of encouragement, and I think we're all good. I hope you're all enjoying the story so far. I got some names now. Yes, I have names.
I have a Pop-Tart, so
Yeah.
I'm the winner.
The snack of the night is pistachios.
Oh, I do love me.
Oh,
some
that's much healthier than me.
The snack
I
of the
almost
night
brought
for
Girl
me.
Scout cookies, so
Yeah.
My snack of the night is Wild Turkey 101.
Ooh.
The 101st Wild Turkey Platoon is in remembrance of them.
Very nice. Okay, so
Thank you for the encouragement, Grimforge. Grimforge is loving it.
oh yeah.
yay.
We're gonna, before you guys start walking off, we're gonna rewind just a smidge while you guys were all celebrating the snail races, all three of you, because you know Scinn was out there cheering and getting a flower and all that stuff. So each of you are going to be handed a trinket from the carnival.
A bear?
Yes, a bear. I
Sorry.
don't.
Trinket.
Critical roll, bro. I know you're already looking around for your prop.
He's right there.
He's in the
I can barely
shadows.
see him.
He's in the
Let me hear.
shadows.
Pardon, I'm about to blow out all my stuff, and you're gonna see all of my mess. But let me see if I can make it. He's there. I promise. He's there. Here.
With
let me
his
just-
little
See-
helmet.
I see the helmet.
Let me just get him. Let me just
Yeah,
get
yeah.
him. Make myself not so bright because I have the problem. I'm so pale that I blow out all exposures. Anyway.
Hey, Trixie. How's it going? Haven't talked to you in a minute. Hope all is well.
Trixie's got good taste with those pistachios.
All right.
There's a trinket.
Look,
Probably not the one we got.
trinket.
Probably not, but you never know. It is the Feywild.
Huh?
And let me make everyone real happy for a hot second. His helmet.
It's removable. He's got little ear holes.
Now that bear is naked, put its helmet back on.
He naked.
Twitch terms of service says we can't have nudity.
It's a bear. It's okay.
It's a bare naked bear.
He's always bare.
Yeah.
All right. So the guy that's giving out the awards at the snail racing, he hands a where did it go? I just saw it. Okay, there it is. Okay. Sawyer, being the first one across the finish line, he hands you a child's parasol that's covered in moss and leaves.
Ooh, okay.
Right?
That's cool.
He hands Cheshire a paper wasp nest in a jar.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And
Cool.
he looks at Scinn and he's like, "Don't you work here, pal?"
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
And he hands you a wooden set of teeth, a false wooden teeth.
That's perfect. He takes it and just like starts like clapping it together a couple. Like, I know what to do with this. And he like shoves it in his little bag.
So, as you guys start walking towards the Hall of Illusions, you're greeted by a treant sapling that with his little red squirrel friend. The tree, as you can see in the picture, he has like these streamers kind of draped through his branches. He's got these fake butterfly wings on that you see a lot of the staff wearing, but you all notice that Scinn's not wearing the uniform butterfly wings. But you don't think to, bring any attention to it because it might be a sensitive subject. So you're greeted by them, and the treant says, Hello, adventurers. Welcome to the Witchlight Carnival. I hope you're having a great time. I missed you back at the beginning. The children swarmed me, and, I really wasn't sure what to think of it. But I have gifts for you all. And he just kind of does like a shake of his head, and these little seeds start to fall. And would you guys like to try and catch one?
Yes.
If I think that's appropriate, then yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Ian's flying around already trying to grab things.
so he shakes his head, and you just see kind of not a large amount of seeds fall, but just like 3 or 4. Kind of like one for each of you type of situation. And let's see what little CN gets. The CN catches the gold piece, and it immediately turns into a gold piece.
You got reimbursed.
Sawyer catches her seed, and you start noticing that you are easily amused by everything. Any conflicting character traits are suppressed in the meantime. So
this grin just appears across her face. She's like, oh, "This is all just so cool," and she's just like,
And Cheshire catches his seed, and it immediately also turns into a gold piece.
"Did you do that? Did you turn it into gold piece with your magic?"
I look up at the tree, and I was like, tempted to steal credit, but no, not in the face of the person who actually did this thing. It's like, not this time.
Wow, that's amazing.
That is incredible. Like, so that's genuine. Are you an alchemist? What are you? You're very impressive. I'll just say that.
I'm so sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Northwind, and this is my companion Red. We've been with the circus for quite some time, and we're very magical. We like to bring joy to others any way that we possibly can.
That's beautiful.
That we share that quality. As a matter of fact, I'm delighted to meet you. I'm afraid I'm not nearly. I look at the gold in my hand. Not nearly so good at bringing this particular type of joy to others, but that is. You are amazing.
Oh, well, thank you so much. It really means the most to me. If you guys want to meet us, we are actually wandering around the carnival, but we will be. One moment.
Cien completely talks over him and goes, "Yeah, he's one of the really cool people here." And the squirrel, I like to sneak him nuts. Don't tell him I do that. On the diet. Yeah.
We are actually over by the dragonfly rides. So after we are done wandering, we'll be over there. If you care to come by and ride some dragonflies, Red and I will be there, and we'll make sure we punch your ticket so you can have a good time. But before I go and send you on your way, here's a dandelion. These are magic dandelions, but they're very, very special. If you don't want one, I understand, because they do freak some people out, but they are known to grant wishes. And he just kind of plucks some dandelions off and hands one to whoever's willing to take one.
Thank you.
Snatches one very quickly.
Okay. So, if you guys took a dandelion, make a wish and send it to me in a DM. And blow your dandelion out whenever you have done
Oh
so.
boy, secrets.
Hey Trixie, how are you? While they're making wishes, I'll pretend to entertain the rest of you.
If wishes were fishes, I'd be a vegetarian.
No, I don't want that chat. That chat.
All the chats.
Yeah, when Sion went to go and get his, you watched him kind of like shake a little bit, like he was about to jump like a dog, and then used his wings just kind of like straight up in the air.
Then we blow it? I'm guessing we blow it. We blow it, right? Is that how they work?
Yes.
I don't want to blow it and they're not supposed to blow it.
Yes, once you make your wish, blow, otherwise your wish will not come true.
Blows very fast.
Okay.
From down between you two, you just hear like a
Little spit particles flying out. So enjoy the rest of the carnival, my friends. Make sure you check out the Big Top show here in a few hours whenever they put it on. It's a show unlike any other, and you won't want to miss it. And he just kind of starts sauntering along, and you see some more kids, and he kind of does another shake, and some more seeds fall, and you hear the children start giggling and laughing, and he just kind of makes his way on. So
that man tree, the Northwind, makes gold for free.
Yeah, I've never met a talking tree before. I wonder if they all do that.
I don't know, but I want an orchard of him.
Oh,
That would be amazing.
I feel
Also,
like that's pretty lucrative.
I don't know. I mean, of course, what I was doing this afternoon was quite within my means. But he seemed they all the children. They look quite happy, don't they? So it comes so easy to him to make other people smile.
But it seemed pretty easy for you with the children earlier when you were turning the pumpkin into a watermelon and all that, and the potato kiwi.
Sorry, don't want to go all maudlin, but this is such a special. This place. It's different, right? It feels different to you than Petal, than anywhere else, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, like Petal Village is a nice place to live and all, but it's just kind of day by day the same old, same old. And here everything's like brighter and the colors are more vivid. I'm surprised I don't remember these kinds of experiences very much from before. It's still such a blur trying to look back on it, but I'm really hoping I remember it this time around more.
Oh, and this is the sort of place that does what I want to do. And I mean, they seem to be very in favor of like diversity hires. Like, there's so many goblins that work here, and there's trees and
a tree, really, yeah.
A squirrel, and I want. It's nothing. I just wonder if they're hiring. Is all.
I feel like Scinn.
There's so much to see it. Scinn, are you like who would one talk to if one wanted to bring joy like this more regularly to people?
Well, there's Mr. Witch and there's Mr. Light, and when I got hired, they just saw my natural talent. They really did.
That's understandable.
Oh yeah, so maybe like just show them real good what you could do, because like they like talent.
And you could tell, like, there's like a little quiver in his voice of like, yeah, that's totally what happened. Sure. Like,
just completely lost on. Who's like, yes, that must be what happened, and I must do the same thing.
I mean, you made a great first impression with the snail races. You were already performing the whole time, so.
That's true.
It's true. Maybe they could hire you to be a snail wrangler.
Maybe I could, because I do illusions, and maybe the Hall of Illusions would give me something of a feel of what Misters Light and Witch are looking for.
Yeah.
Let's not delay, but perhaps indeed before you are gone for another most of a decade, but a conversation I would like maybe to happen. If you could put in a good word, everyone seems to know you here.
Even if they don't want to know me, they know me.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry
Okay.
about it.
And he like grabs both their hands and starts flying away, like definitely kind of dragging more than yeah.
Okay, so I'm assuming that you all are continuing your way towards the Hall of Illusions now.
Yes. Oh, look.
All right. So
Cheshire is excited, but Rob is more.
So as you approach the Hall of Illusions tent, the first thing you see is a large glass cabinet that stands at the entrance. It just has some trinkets and some odds and ends in it, and you're able to walk past it, but it's calling to Scinn specifically as what's in there. Your curiosity is kind of your spidey sense is going off a little bit.
Nerd reference.
So, would you like to stop and look at it or continue on past?
I'm gonna stop and look real quick, and this is the problem with this character is I keep even out of character talking like him. Okay. Okay, yeah. He's kind of just be like, I gotta look at something real quick. Like, you just keep on going over there. You're both real tall. I'll find you. It'll be great. Yeah. And you guys can choose if you want to stay with him or not. But
Yeah, we're in it now.
Yeah. We'll
Okay.
stick with you. We're a little squad.
Go ahead and roll a investigation.
oh god, what is even his investigation? How smart is he? That's the question. Oh, that left my hand and it rolled, so we're gonna go with it. My investigation. +0. Cool. So that's a 12.
Okay. I'm okay with that. Upon your investigation, a wooden mannequin of a grinning, raven-haired young woman in witch's attire and green flowing cape hovers inside the glass cabinet. At the top of the cabinet, a sign reads, "Tasha the Wizard, known for her hideous laughter." A halfling couple holds hands as they approach the glass cabinet. One of the halflings is wearing butterfly face paint as he drops to one knee and pulls out a small box from his pocket. His sweetheart bursts into laughter and begins rolling on the ground. The halfling in face paint begins sobbing and darts into the nearby tent without getting his ticket punched. And the rest of you, go ahead and roll me a intelligence or a history check. All of you can roll, actually.
I will be better at this when we level up. Right now, I have a -1.
I have +0. Sawyer's not smart.
I got a very lucky 13.
I got a 13 too.
One second.
Look at us.
They decided. Oh, they're
We're
both +0. I got a 14 then.
I rolled a 14 and then I took a 1 away.
I rolled 13 +0.
I mean, that's
This is why I don't know what juxtaposition is.
I realized that was kind of a big word for Sawyer to use.
Maybe you read a lot. Reading is the
she
best way
does.
to learn new words.
So you all have heard the name Tasha before. You've heard it. You know the kind of the reputation behind it. Another name that you've heard for Tasha the Wizard is Igwilv the Witch Queen. And
She has a stew pot of everything, I think. Infamously.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. So
It's a bad joke. I'm sorry.
yeah, so that's just a piece of
I got the
knowledge
reference.
you can do with what you want, but that you all have that information.
Can I go after that disheartened halfling?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
I will follow them too.
The fellow with the little box from his pocket who ran away from his chuckling, laughing bow.
Yep, he just ran right into the tent of the Hall of Illusions. Just
Yep. Didn't
pass go, or well, he did pass go. He just did not get his ticket punched.
I will quickly try and properly get my ticket punched and then hasten after the halfling.
Okay.
CN just goes right in. He doesn't even have a ticket. He just goes right in.
Yeah.
Before I get my ticket punched and follow, I'm gonna look at the Tasha thing a little closer,
Okay.
if that's okay.
Yeah. What
Just,
are you trying to see?
I'm just gonna go up and see if she read a joke or if something happened other than just him being a goofy proposer or something.
Since you're hanging out there a little bit longer, go ahead and roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
Granted, you're just easily entertained by everything right now.
Right, I am. I rolled a 2 plus 2, so 4 in total.
Okay.
That's a strong number. Strong number. I got a good feeling.
Yeah.
So you actually, let's see.
Yeah, Sawyer walks up. Margot's another character of mine. Sawyer walks up and just kind of is like, "What's so funny?"
So you actually start bursting kind of into laughter, like uncontrollable. You're not really sure why, but it actually causes you to fall prone because you're just kind of you're on the floor rolling, just
You're
laughing.
Literal raffle mowing.
Raffle mow.
You're raffling.
I'll look back before I go into the tent. It's good she's having fun.
So while you're laying there,
just go on without me.
So CN just kind of zips right into the tent. No one, the gate attendant doesn't think anything of it. Like that fairy's gonna do whatever he wants to do. Like he works here and whatever. Like if I don't know why he likes it here so much, but whatever. And then Cheshire is getting his ticket punched and walks into the hall.
If it looks like, I'll at least make an attempt, and I'll call out and say, Sawyer, are you coming? I mean, do you want?
I'm good. I'll catch up with you, promise.
Goodness, I hope she's not laughing at me. And then I'll walk in.
So as you're inside, this tent is large. It is painted with a mural of shifting images that just kind of move around. They show grinning fairies diving into pools of different colors: reds, greens, purples, blues. There's helical stripes from the tent's pointed canopy that spiral down, so it's kind of disorienting while you're in there. And as you kind of you're walking in, just kind of amazed by everything in there, you bump into another person in there, and you look down, and there is a clown that is dressed in muted clothing, and he's just staring, blinking at you. No sense of emotion, no anything. He's just staring, and we actually have a picture for him too.
I feel an immediate kinship with this guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Love it.
So as you bump into this emotionless, colorless mime, what are you doing?
Ooh,
Jonathan, we don't have time for this.
Sorry, very sorry. Why I'm here. Did you happen to see a halfling? One of the hin running through here? Which way did they? It's something of a bad time. He would have been miserable, bawling his little blue eyes out.
The mime just kind of looks at you, shocked, like kind of motioning his head that direction, looking around. And go ahead and roll me a wisdom perception check.
Ooh, okay. And find out what the modifier for that is. Lower than you'd want. Here we go. That's a 16, though.
Okay. As you're looking around, you see this gnome up ahead, and you see him interacting with a little girl that is in a pig mask, and they seem to be whispering, like he's whispering to this girl, and as soon as she notices you guys looking, she vanishes, just into thin air.
Is it? Can everyone in this place vanish, or is it just this pig girl and your dog?
I've not seen a pig girl before. It's a ghost!
Is this a house of illusions or horrors, or is it kind of like a little both?
I think it's really kind of a little bit of both, like.
Okay, well, I'm going to follow you.
If you're afraid of spiders, don't go to the end. There's a big spider. Anyway.
Not just in case you're scared. Would you like to hold my hand?
Are you scared? Come on. Okay, and he takes Cheshire's hand.
Takes his hand, flying on over.
So you guys approach the gnome, and he seems to kind of like snap out of it, and he's like, "Oh, hello. I'm sure did you guys see what just happened? Like, I don't know where my friend went, but she was telling me that she could help me out, but I had to come in here, and then she vanished when she saw you. Have you run into her before?"
Is this the little halfling that was proposing?
Yes.
Okay. I'll be quiet for now and let the brave one say things.
What did she give you her name? Because I work here, and I've never seen her.
Well, she said her name is Sopig, and she works here as well.
I'll make a note to ask someone about that later if we hired someone new. What do you need help with?
Well, she approached me and asked if I had any regrets, and if I did, that she could help me if I came in here. And you guys noticed that the kind of like the connection to the Fae plane is stronger in here than it is outside.
But I mean, what could you possibly regret so bad that you need help with it?
Well, I asked my dearest outside if she would marry me, and she just started hysterically laughing, and I am so heartbroken because I don't know what it is. So I regret asking her, and I wish I could just take it all back.
Well, if it helps, we have a friend outside who's also hysterically laughing in front of that lady.
She saw
So
it too.
I don't know what you saw, sir. I'm kind of concerned, and that's a lot coming from me.
She saw me propose, and my failure
No,
is laughing at me as well. I can never
no.
come out here.
Sawyer just like walked up to this mannequin and started laughing. But I mean, Sawyer also just rode a snail victory, so it's a day. But how about you just come back out with us, bud? Because I don't know who the pig girl is, and it kind of concerns me. It's all gonna be fine. Listen, like people laugh at me all the time. It's how I make friends.
Old Cheshire will like step up, still holding on to onto Cien's hand, and say, and he will put on his mask with his other hand as he's doing so, so that the little fellow will see a big smile plastered on as it is, and say, "Listen, friend, don't let it get to you. I've seen lots of kinds of laughter in my time. I'm a bit of a performer, and this place is a place of magic and wonder and hilarity. And, you know, I can tell the difference between being laughed at and tears of joy and tears of and joyous laughter. And I'm sure, quite sure, that is what your lovely lady friend was experiencing. So you've run away before even giving her the opportunity to agree, and you look fantastic that you look together. And I think all you need to do is go back out there and give it your best, say what you came here to say. You're so invested in it, you've come so far, and just follow through." And I'd like to, as I'm saying this, give this little fellow inspiration to go back out there and say what he's got to say. I'd like to give him bardic inspiration, my second one of the day.
Oh, feeling generous, are we?
Cien's possibly about to make this worse, maybe make it better, but he like rummages around in his little bag and pulls out the wooden teeth and is like, "Sir, these teeth belong to my great grandfather, and he had like 20 wives. Like, just give him a little touch. I'm sure it's gonna help you. You know, just it's got a little bit of pixie dust on it. It's gonna be great."
Like you put them in your mouth? Like will they
Oh,
fit in my mouth?
just like let me just give you a little, and he kind of like does like a little like kiss on the cheek with the teeth. Like, that's all you need, bro. That's all you just go out there. You can do it.
Thank you. You know what? You guys have really helped me. I think I want to go back out there and try this again. Maybe she was laughing out of the fact that, you know, she couldn't believe that I was finally asking.
Yes,
And in the
the
corner,
important thing is go out of here and do it again, where there are perhaps no other people in masks who can vanish.
you start to see the room like shift colors and planes again, just like as a new illusion pops up, basically. And you see Candlefoot the mime. He kind of is like clapping, you know, silently, still colorless, just like encouraging you, like, okay, you've spent your time in here, go ahead and get out, type of thing. So you guys all, Ruben walks out, and he kind of saunters up to his loving fiance, almost girlfriend, significant other, and says, "Oh, Ween, I'm so sorry. I misinterpreted that whole situation. I thought you were laughing at me, and I would be honored so much, but would you marry me? and he gets down on his little knee, and he pulls out this. He opens the box, and this ring is in here with just a giant, like the most beautiful diamond on it, like with some other gems and such around it. And she's like, "Oh, Reuben, yes, I will marry you." And like they hug and kiss, and like
I was about to say I used minor illusion to create the sound from somewhere other than my face of someone saying, "Kiss him, kiss him."
So she kisses him, and like you hear the crowd nearby start cheering and clapping, and all of a sudden you notice the like some of the most beautiful flowers you've ever seen have just started immediately like popping out of the ground, and just like decorating the place and becoming more colorful and bright. And
Sawyer is still laying on the ground, post laughing fit. Well, that was really nice, and I sit up. It was really romantic.
I have not left the hall, by the way. I'm like sticking my head out the tent because I don't want to have my ticket punched again.
And Candlefoot's coming behind you, kind of like shooing you out.
All right, it was creepy in there anyway.
So
I'm guessing inside was successful with 2U.
I mean, the weird mime was in there, which, I mean, to be fully honest, Cheshire, he's never told me his name. I just call him Jonathan. I don't think he likes it, but that's all I got to call him by.
You understand that he's a mime and may not have much to say.
Yeah, but I mean, everybody's got off hours, you know? Like, he should be able to talk in his off hours.
Maybe he's method. I've heard of this thing called method, where you're kind of an asshole to people in pursuit of your craft.
Oh.
And you notice Candlefoot over at the entrance, like has his arms crossed, like he can hear you still. Like,
let's move away. Did you find something interesting at the? What was so funny? Can you let us in on the joke? If something brought you that much joy, I want to be able to maybe use it in a bit later.
You know, I wish I had a good answer, but something just kind of came over me. I just, maybe it's just how happy everything is here, or like, I don't know. It was just really funny for a bit, and I like fell down and rolled around a bit. Now I just feel better.
Did someone make like a fart joke? Because those are pretty funny.
Those get.
I mean, that would have contributed for sure.
Like a little squeaky one, just
yeah, probably that. I probably like half heard it, but my subconscious thought it was hilarious and just made me laugh.
What have
I reached down to some of the freshly bloomed flowers that have come on the ground near the side of the proposal, and I pick two, and I offer one to Scinn and one to Sawyer, and say, "So, where to next?" I'm afraid my pick was not terribly comforting. Maybe something distracting next. Scinn, you haven't chosen.
Yeah.
Ian's gonna druid craft a nice little flower and just kind of awkwardly look for a place to tuck it, and then he's eventually just gonna like stick it in one of the eye holes of the mask. And like while he's thinking really hard about like where you guys could go and like what you guys might like, because he's seen everything, suddenly like you watch his little face like go into like this like look of terror, and he's like, "Guys, oh crap, you said that you forgot your last trip here, and they just got proposed to. Like they just did that while they're here. They can't forget."
Oh
no.
I mean, is that didn't just happen to us? That happens to everyone?
I mean, I don't really know, but I'm from the Feywild. Like, I kind of get that that's like a Fey thingy. You guys might want to check on that in your village, like, tomorrow. Just, give them a little check-in.
Maybe go ahead.
Still engaged.
So maybe like a Vegas wedding. Have you heard of Vegas? Like, just go ahead and get it over with. Get the documentation, get proof, and sign things, witnesses.
I got a plan. And
otherwise, she's gonna wake up and wonder where that rock came from. Because wow.
No, Scinn like pulls out like a tiny little notebook from his bag that's like the size of like a Post-it note pack, and like quickly scribbles on it, just like, you got engaged, and like quickly flies it over to the halflings, and it's like, open that tomorrow if you're confused.
When you wake up next to one another and wonder.
See, and you're so smart. That's real quick thinking there.
That would have flown right over my horns. Just wow.
I have good insight, you know, and like my siblings were always saying that I'm the dumb one.
Anyway, why don't we go?
If you're dumb compared to them, they must just be geniuses.
That's questionable. Anyway, why don't we go see the Pixies? Because they're pretty nice and they're like the same height as me. You know, like sometimes it's kind of nice to see people that are your height.
Yeah.
Suddenly very conscious of my own size.
Before you guys take off, Candlefoot comes up and taps Cheshire on the shoulder, and he just kind of hands you a stuffed Oni doll with a creepy smile and one missing eye.
That's so creepy.
I like poke the horn. Thank you.
And looks at Scinn and tosses you a pumpkin cheesecake pumpkin cupcake that magically regenerates itself in its paper cup each day at dawn.
He like quickly like shoves the whole thing in his teeny tiny little mouth and looks like a chipmunk and is like staring at it expectantly, like, what happened now? How about, is it now? Like with a full mouth, he's like, you're okay, Jonathan, you're great.
And he looks at Sawyer and just like kind of shrugs at you.
I mean, my gift was the laughter already. Don't even worry about it, Jonathan.
Speaking of which,
like looks at you like just disgusted almost.
Speaking of which, I was going to ask you to tell us something, but I don't suppose that's in the best taste or plausibility, is it? Is there a way you could indicate the purpose of that cabinet and the things inside?
And he just shrugs and walks away.
Are they free?
He whips his head back around and just kind of wags his finger.
That's most of what I needed to know. Okay. Pixies
walks away.
To the Pixies.
Oh, yeah.
To the Pixies. Let me find where the Pixies live.
I sassily clop away. They're all in our little corner. We really haven't explored the carnival very much.
We picked a spot and stayed there.
For everyone, in case it's too small to see on Twitch, the map on the screen, we went to the farthest southwest that we could go and haven't moved. It's like the three nearest attractions to one another.
Let me see if I can.
Light.
Tell you what, we will tomorrow. I'll make this promise and see if I follow through. Tomorrow, I will take this image and share it on our social media if anyone is looking for it.
We are right in here, like literally all of our things are right next to each other.
That shows up pretty well, as a matter of fact.
Thank you, iPhone 13. No, I'm kidding.
Up to 13, I used to sell cell phones, and then I stopped paying attention.
Okay, so as you guys are kind of sauntering around, you're really noticing all the super bright colors and like just everyone is just ear to ear with smiles, like having the best time. Like, here, let me buy you a drink. Like, everyone's sharing and like, right? You see T-Pain in the corner, like doing his thing. Like,
T-Pain.
Oh my god!
He's like, yeah, see me over at that booth. You know,
I'm so starstruck right now.
Is T-Pain going to be at the big top?
I hope so.
But as you guys arrive at the Pixie Kingdom, you see a copse of oak trees that shelter a miniaturized fairground, and at the heart, a hamster runs inside of a tiny Ferris wheel. Encircled by minuscule wagons and candy stalls, a pixie sits cross-legged in the hollow of the tree at the entrance of the realm.
Ooh,
that's adorable,
right? So I'm assuming that you guys continue forward and want to enter.
Yes.
Stick it out, ready for punching.
Right?
Do I know the Pixie's name? Because I've just been making up names for everybody we come across.
So, yes. And this Pixie is getting ready to introduce himself. He says, "Oh, hello, everyone. My name is Jeremy Plum. Are you guys here to see our kingdom? We'd love to share everything that we have with you all."
Sounds great, Mr. Plum.
I assure you, like, this is the best attraction you guys will see at the entire carnival. Us Pixies, we're the best. We have the brightest colors, the best food, the fastest music. Like, there's nothing that compares.
I'm just reading one of the chat comments that says from Grimforge, I need a pixie riding an armored hamster into battle with a rock candy lance.
Something about just the verbiage of candy lance.
Yeah.
Sounds so charming.
Cian's gonna flutter over it. I don't know how big the pixie is, but Cian's like 2 feet tall. And he's just like, hey, Jeremy. Go ahead.
I would say significantly smaller.
Yeah, so he's like Godzilla standing next to this tiny little pixie. But Jeremy, yeah, like, how's Anne? Is Anne doing good? I haven't talked since last night. I just gotta check in.
Anne's doing fine. You know, like, kind of confused, like, why all of a sudden you've taken concern into Annabelle and started calling her Anne, but
very familiar.
Like, she's fine, like, and just kind of like goes back to the conversation of so if you guys want to, all it takes is one ticket punch if you guys want to enter the kingdom.
Yes, please.
The best attraction. How can we say no?
Well, so there's only one rule if you're going to enter in our kingdom. You can't come in with names like what you have. Like, I know you're playing. They have weird names here, so I'm gonna need you guys all to adopt a pixie name.
Should we draw out of a hat? Do we get to pick?
Each of you roll me a d8.
Okay. All right.
I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. 4.
The look on Maddie's face. She's like, "This
I want
is very
pixie name.
This
so
is
bad.
very important to her.
This is crucial.
Whether or not Sawyer gives a damn, Maddie needs this tonight after the day she's had.
Young lady, in our Pixie Kingdom, your name will be Dimple.
Oh,
yes, it is.
Yeah, your lovely Dimple.
Thank you.
What did you roll?
A 4.
Okay, I got a 6.
Okay, you're so strong. Your name is your pixie name will be Panache.
Ooh,
Panache.
cool.
That really suits you.
I don't want you to call me anything else for the remainder of the night. Until we forget that this is my name tomorrow, I am Panache.
And Nosh the Potato Man. The runner.
Yes. should I adopt a persona? Should I talk different? I must think about this.
Like one of those inflatable costumes, but like make it a potato and put on a mask, and that's like your alter ego. Like instead of Batman, you're Potato Man.
I have anything to write with right now.
You can kill people with carbs.
Oh, that's really dangerous.
Why would I want to kill people?
Don't worry about it.
I got a 3.
Scinn, this name's for you. You will be known as Cotton Candy.
I am one of the colors of cotton candy because it comes in pink and blue. So,
I mean, I just feel like it's a good name for you. And then don't ask what happened to the last cotton candy. It's fine.
Same thing that happened to Chocolate Thunder.
okay, don't worry about
it. He hands you all, in your hands, what is the equivalent of like a shot glass, essentially. But it's like a potion bottle. And he's like, here, I need you all to drink this as well.
Done. And I do it immediately and toss it back. I'm so hyped.
I hesitate for a moment.
So you see Sawyer immediately shrink to a tiny size.
I just
I'm
feel
so small now.
Am I gonna be a petite because I'm already small? I'm gonna be like an insect.
Cheshire's just really quick checking that like all clothes also shrank. And then like
My vest is really tiny now.
And I'll down it.
All right, and almost immediately you shrink down to the same size.
Isn't this so cool?
Ian doesn't immediately drink his, but instead, once they're tiny, you guys can look up to see his like face looking down at you.
I'll yell out, just drink half of it.
Yeah, just try half.
He drinks the whole thing.
And actually, so you instantly shrink too, but you shrink down to the same exact size as them.
Guys, I can look at you in the eye.
Oh,
You're actually pretty reasonable height.
proportionally, this is pretty incredible.
I love it.
So yeah, you are all the same height. All your clothes are appropriately fitting. And
I'm sorry for even bringing that up.
One of the carnival hands kind of scoops you up, and they kind of like place you into the Pixie Kingdom, where now what looked so tiny as a hamster running a little Ferris wheel now is a massive Ferris wheel. Like everything has just massively scaled up.
Turn to Scinn. How long do we have? Or do we drink something else? Are we this forever? Surely we're not this forever.
I hope not.
Do we have to drink something else? Does it run out?
Yes. 5 minutes.
Like 1 hour.
Let's
You
hurry.
can tell that he's like he doesn't know.
Yeah, Cheshire and Sawyer just start like running. We gotta get this done. We only have 5 minutes.
The Pixie Kingdom is
a 5 minutes save the world.
It's a tranquil oasis compared to the rest of the bustling carnival. The air is filled with the aroma of blackberry wine and flower blossoms.
Oh.
8 brightly painted.
Just got excited.
8 brightly painted doorways are nestled in the bark at the bases of the surrounding trees. So, now that you are in the Pixie Kingdom, what would you all like to do?
Try a door, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, and I'll fish around, and Cheshire, always carries a set of 7 oddly shaped dice with him. So I have this one that has 8 sides. We can find out which door to go in.
Just tell me which door, and I'll go up and do what we have to do.
So let's see here. I should probably tell you the things that you can do since we don't have a fancy map of this one.
That's fine.
There is each of you can ride a pine cone one at a time. The kingdom's centerpiece is a pixie palace made entirely of an old cocoon husk, beautifully woven together. You can dine on a cucamelon sandwich and thimbleberry tarts inside one of the pixie cottages.
Okay.
And you can...
Guys, this is the happiest I've ever seen Maddy.
This is so charming and whimsical. I'm having a great time.
And you can also ride the Ferris wheel.
Well, seeing as how Sawyer is so easily amused by everything right now, I'm just delighted to watch her enjoy herself. So I'll just follow wherever she's going. Sorry, beg pardon. Wherever Dimple wants to go, Panache will go.
Right, thank you, Panache. Dimple is going to firstly head over to the concessions and try the little foods very excitedly.
Okay.
Do you have dimples? Does Sawyer have dimples?
She has dimples now for sure. I hadn't decided earlier, but she's got to now.
Yeah, so we'll get some thimbleberry tarts, and I smelled blackberry wine. You know what this carnival needs. I
am a little thirsty.
Let's solve that.
So yeah, you guys order your tarts, and you get some of the wine, and one of the pixies comes out and brings it to you and says, "Hello everyone, welcome to the kingdom. Like, I hope you're enjoying your stay so much. Is there anything else that I can get you, or is there anything you want to learn about the pixies as a race, a culture?"
I want to learn everything about you.
Everything? And she just kind of like blows some pixie dust in your face, and like you all of a sudden have all of this knowledge of like the history of pixies.
I know so much now. Thank you.
Our friend Cotton Candy here is able to fly as well as you are. Is that an attraction? I know we can ride dragonflies, but is it possible to fly?
It's not here in the in our kingdom unless you have wings.
Shame. What's it like though?
It's the most free feeling that there's no real word for it. Like just the fact that you can go anywhere and see everything from a different point of view. Like I know I sound like I'm bragging a lot, but I wish that I could show you. If you ever
wasted my dandelion wish.
If you ever make it to the world of the Fae, like, you know, here, take this pixie dust. Like, take a big, you know, like sprinkle it over yourself, rub your belly 3 times, and maybe you can fly. I don't know. It's worth a shot, though. Anything's possible if you believe hard enough.
Panache, are you writing this down? This is important.
I will remember this.
Is that
Will this be enough when I'm bigger?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
That's a good point, Cotton Candy. Thank you.
Well, how big are you?
He's real big.
I
Like, real
don't.
big.
I don't that big.
He's like that guy from Tokyo, Godzilla. Like he's real big.
From where?
Don't worry about it.
I've heard of Vegas, but Tokyo seems very.
You're all just speaking in tongues for me. I know Petal Village, and that's it.
Well, tell you
Sawyer
what.
will take this and like put it somewhere on his person as safely as possible. In fact, he'd like to tie it to his belt, and he turns to Dimple and says, "Embarrassing question. Could you? I have this little string in my pocket. Could you tie this to my belt for me? Just right here."
Yeah, do you not know how?
I know how. I mean, I have an understanding of it.
She leans in and she goes, "Because you don't have shoes, you have hooves." That's okay if that's why. I can teach you. Check it out.
I've seen it done.
And she talks as if she's teaching like a kindergartner how to tie their shoes. She's like, so you make the little bunny ears like this with both sides, and then you cross them together, and you tuck one into the bunny hole, and then you pull it tight.
Oh,
Yeah. You're welcome.
It was somewhat more humiliating than it had to be, but thank you. I appreciate the service.
But you'll remember it now for sure.
I certainly won't forget it.
Hey, Chester, now that we're the same height, maybe I can like carry you and we could fly somewhere.
Excuse me, ma'am. Sir.
Huh?
Who's Cheshire?
Dude. It's Panache, actually. The name.
Oh yeah, I'm Dimple. It's cotton candy.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you all. Tell you what, I'll give you each a little bit of pixie dust more. If I don't get out of the kingdom very often, but I have a friend that it also works for the carnival, and he's been real down on his luck.
Oh no.
He's in love with another one of the carnival workers, but he
What a night for love.
He lost his voice, and he can't proclaim his love to her. It would mean the most of me if you could take this extra bag of pixie dust and give it to him in hopes that maybe he can have his voice back.
Who? This wouldn't be the fellow at the Hall of Illusions, would it?
Is his name Jonathan?
I'm not sure who Jonathan is. He is he's an actor of sorts. I don't know. He just kind of looks kind of bland. He doesn't have much going for him other than he lost his voice and he can't talk. But I knew him before he could talk. That dude is so romantic. And like she's just kind of like gets a little dreamy over him a little bit.
Oh, okay. Just keep it together. But no, I think we have an idea of who and where that might be. And for in the name of love, another punch on my ticket to be able to make this happen. We've already done a good deed tonight. In the name of love, why not a second? Isn't that right, Dimple?
That's beautiful. Love that.
Just don't look at the thing that makes you laugh again, because like I don't think you need a second ab workout today.
Was there a thing?
Yeah, my abs are so tight after laughing that hard. Like
You seem like you keep pretty fit in general.
I mean, thank you.
Yeah,
But,
I mean the gun show.
Yeah,
the longbow show.
yeah. I mean, I like to keep in shape. It's whatever.
I one time like did some exercise and did some squats, and then the next day I thought I was dying. I couldn't move. I haven't done it since.
Yeah. Yeah. You shouldn't skip leg day.
Bad.
But
Let's come back to this thing, though. Something, it was there a thing that made someone laugh? Because if there's a thing that makes people laugh, I think I want it. Yes, that would be great for my act.
I mean, I kind of just walked up and I was like, what's so funny? And then I started laughing. So you could try that.
I will. I can walk up. I can do that.
Yeah.
Try
You'll probably be really good at it, too.
Open myself up to the hilarity of the situation, I suppose.
Yeah, just be open about it.
Before we go though, Cheshire, do you want me to try to fly with you, like while we're still tiny?
Yes, that's worth trying. And then when I'm larger, you can ride along and grip onto some horns, and I'll try and return the favor, save you a step.
I think when you're big, you're gonna be too heavy for me.
Well, no, when we're big, maybe reverse it. Yes.
We'll make it work. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah, and he goes to try to pick him up and fly with him.
Roll a strength check at disadvantage.
Yep. That would be a 6.
Okay, so you're sitting there trying to pick Panache up, and like you're real straining because like you both are the same height and size, and you're straining as hard as you can, and you kind of get like his front legs up a little bit, but like it's just real awkward. It's just like, what are you doing? Like
I'm picturing that they got like a couple feet off the air, and Dimple Sawyer just kind of watches them just go, like slowly going down until they're back on the ground.
And it's like, I imagine myself like dead limbed over you, just kind of laying across your back.
Yeah.
With wings fluttering out the side, just.
Yeah.
You guys, that looked so cool.
It is, I mean, proportionally the highest off the ground I've ever been.
And so like you're on the ground, he's not holding your weight anymore, but he's
Yeah.
like...
Well, the offer still stands. When I return to my normal height, you're welcome to take a load off and have me be your means of conveyance. It'll be much simpler when we're returned.
Before
like
you all go,
patting
my friend, I forgot to tell you, the love of his life, her name is Palasha. So if you run into her,
Palasha.
if you can help them in any way, I would greatly appreciate it. So, with that, what would you guys like to do next? You have probably 30-ish minutes left of your tiny phase.
Sawyer recommends that we do the hamster Ferris wheel to finish up our time here in the little pixie land.
Yes.
Anything else, or you want to head straight there?
That should definitely be our next stop.
Okay. So as you guys approach the Ferris wheel, you notice that it is powered by now what used to look like a tiny little hamster, just like this machine of a hamster that doesn't skip leg or arm day. Like he is just jacked.
Yeah. So Sawyer just I don't even know if the hamster understands her, but she's like, I notice your gains. Well done.
And you notice that
from America or from Family Guy that's like way too buff, and it's like it's been running for a month.
You notice that this hamster is very talkative. He's like, "Hey, bro, thanks. I've been working real hard. They keep me running. Like, they say, no pain, no gain. So I just keep running, and the Ferris wheel just keeps going. So here we go."
Good for you.
Oh, by the way, my name's Biscuit. Who are you?
Oh, I'm Dimple.
Oh, hi, Dimple.
Nice to meet you, Biscuit.
Nice to meet you too, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, jeez.
Are you guys here to ride my Ferris wheel? I'll make it go real fast, or I'll make it go real slow. Whatever you want to do.
Oh,
You
do
go
we want
real fast.
real fast? I'm feeling real
Yeah.
fast.
Oh, we go real fast.
I
Hop on in.
I want to puke today. Yeah.
Have you just ate all this pixie food? We're gonna go real fast and just boom.
Cheshire is visibly nervous.
So you all hop into the carriages are pretty small, so it's like one of you in each of them. And he's like, "All right, you guys ready?" And he has these talking over his shoulder, and like he just starts he starts walking like slow, and you just start going a little bit like this, and all of a sudden you notice that it's starting to pick up speed a little bit more, and a little bit more, and
Let's
next
go,
thing you know,
Biscuit!
like he's
Grips.
like, "Did you say faster?" And he starts really cranking into it. What is the check if you're checking to see if you're drunk?
Constitution
Constitution.
saving throw, usually.
Everyone, go ahead and roll me one.
I'm thinking of those rides in like all of the carnivals and state fairs and stuff that are like they're all different names, but they're that one that spins really, really fast around.
Yeah.
That's what I'm picturing.
I was picturing from The Sandlot when they all eat the chewing tobacco and they get on the swings.
So-
what is my constitution modifier?
Yeah, I got 6.
4 for me.
Oh my god, guys, I got an 18.
Okay.
See, and then the car just going, whoa, no, hands!
So Biscuit's really cranking it out. CN screaming, "Faster, faster, let's go!" Like just loving it.
Oh, God!
While the two of you are like, "Oh no, what have we done?" Like really feeling queasy.
I have so much regret.
And
Filled with regret and nothing that I ate.
so he's really cranking it. You do probably another 5 or 10 rotations. Go ahead and roll another Constitution for me. CN, you can have advantage. Or no, sorry. The two of you can have disadvantage. Since you're queasy.
I was confident in my roll, and now I'm not so sure. Oh no! I got a 1.
The first one of the campaign.
I feel like it makes so much sense.
On the other hand, mine drastically improved to a 5.
Hey.
I got a 16. What's happening?
Just having an off
Pixie
time
food,
here.
pixie food and pixie wine does not affect you like it does us.
So
You guys look up to the front, and he's just like having a rave to himself, just like.
I'm trying to clean sick off the back of my mask.
well,
Sawyer's just like,
so that's the next thing. Like, CN is just partying it up in the car, having a good time, while Biscuit is still cranking it out, and while the two of you are getting sick, just like absolutely miserable, Sandlot-esque, not having a good time. And then he really cranks it around another 5 or 6 times, and go ahead and do one last Constitution check for me.
I already hit rock bottom.
I'm doing better every time. First was a 4. First was a 5. Now it's a 6.
Going in order.
Four.
See here. I haven't
Guys,
rolled it yet.
13,
Let's see what
13 more rolls and I'll be doing good.
Let's see here. Oh, that was a natural 20.
Wow!
Cotton candy.
Yeah, Sawyer's never going on a Ferris wheel ever again.
He just knows how to handle pure chaos as the chaos child.
So
I think I just pledged my sobriety for the rest of the campaign.
So, CN again is up there just like, having the time of his life. And the two of you are like, you're just like not feeling it. I would say you from throwing up so much, you both have probably taken a point of damage. Just from being
That's
that
fair.
sick.
It's rough at level 1.
Yeah.
Some of it gets on Biscuit, and he's like, "Oh, that's gross," and he comes to a grinding stop.
I'm so sorry, bro.
Oh, bro, did you throw up on me?
I'm really embarrassed about it. I'm sorry.
And he's asking for help getting unhooked out of the harness. He's like, I gotta take a bath. Like,
We just closed down the ride for the rest of the carnival.
Ian's gonna fly up to wherever the mess is and start casting prestidigitation just to
There you go.
get it off.
nice.
Yeah.
So, as you guys are, kind of regaining your bearing, you start to feel a tingling, like something is about to happen, and you can only assume that you're getting ready to become large again. So what would you like to do?
Sprint out of the attraction.
Yeah. I don't want to crush any little pixie
Right.
buildings.
Ian's just gonna fly straight up in the air so that he's covering when it happens. Yeah.
Okay. As you're running, one of the other pixies runs up to you. And it's like, "Oh, hey, don't forget these," and is going to toss you some trinkets.
Yes. Oh, I love these trinkets.
All right. So, Dimple will get. You get a flask of spectral glowworms that change color to reflect the mood of your mood, or of the flask holder's mood.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
A flask of glowworms?
Yeah, a
But
flask
you have
of
like mood
glowworms.
glowworms.
You just realized
So
we could
they're
have gotten to
currently...
some other attraction and not gotten cool names. Like this was
Right?
this was the correct decision.
This was the right choice.
Dimple?
Yeah, those glowworms they're going from like an awful green to like kind of more of a yellow as she's sprinting out.
Oh,
Because she
Panache?
threw up and now she's feeling a little better.
You receive a opalescent conch shell that laughs when you hold it to your ear.
Oh, this is awesome.
right. It seems like
Oh,
the
it's
perfect gift for you.
perfect.
Yeah.
And CN, you receive a gossamer shawl that glows faintly in moonlight.
Ooh.
Ooh. Swank.
That's cool.
So, as you approach the front of the Pixie Kingdom, and you're in an area that's marked safe zone, you all you spring back to your normal self. Like one kind of like your feet kind of pop out real large, and then your legs grow, and like you just kind of like it's almost like someone's like you're a blow up doll that's just like being blown up.
Boop, boop, boop.
And at that point, you kind of shake it off, and you're like, "Well, that was fun."
I throw my shoulder over Sawyer's neck and say, that was a good time. It was a great time.
Yeah. I wouldn't change a thing that happened, really.
No, it's maybe it's not incredibly a bad thing that we forget some things tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
CN is like real excited and happy and stuff, and then suddenly you watch him go like, and he has Druidcraft and you just start smelling flowers.
There we go.
Now I will leave this to you all. I know we are at our 3-hour mark. Do you want to get one more in, or do you want to call it a night?
You two are in later time zones than me, so I'll let you guys choose.
I'm only an hour after you, so.
I'm enjoying myself. I wouldn't mind keeping going, and I mean I'm going to be up either way because it's this or Elden Ring, And I've done a lot of Elden Ring and played very little D&D.
Well, you know what? Let's
one final thing for the evening.
One final thing. So, as you guys kind of pop back out, hold on, random event. Where did my D8?
I'd say I've gotten more than my price of admission back from this. How does this I guess the carnival doesn't need to make money when Northwind can go around and basically print it for them. I got a magical conch shell, I got an Oni doll, I got a bag of pixie dust, and I got my gold back.
Yeah.
This is a red letter day.
So as you guys
also says one more, so it's good we're doing one more. So
yeah.
As you guys pop out, you start walking around like you're not feeling the greatest from the Pixie Kingdom, but you were having a good time. You kind of bump into a man, and with a puff of glitter, the man's head suddenly turns into a head of a braying donkey, to the giggling delight of a group of mischievous pixies.
He knows my act.
He's copying you.
Maybe my chances of getting hired are not so good.
As a fellow winged fey creature, can I tell if the pixies cast something on him, or if this was something the guy did?
You're able to tell that they threw some pixie dust on him just to kind of like play a prank.
Okay.
But as you guys are kind of walking around enjoying the scenery, very colorful, everyone's happy, and you notice that the music's playing, and you hear a megaphone kind of light up, and it says, everyone, it is time. Make sure you report to the big tent for our grand show of the evening. Make sure you show up if you want. First come, first serve on the greatest seats. But we'll see you here. And then you hear it kind of like crinkle shut, and you start seeing everyone look around like, oh, it's time for the big show. Like, and everyone starts going to the big circus tent.
I'm like right in front of it. Everybody run! And he just starts like flying off.
I'm a satyr. I was about to say, I'm a satyr. I can move pretty quick when I want to.
We're a speedy group.
Yeah.
I'm a child. I can go 30 feet. Okay, calm down.
Okay. I will, as we're flying
we'll
by,
pace
I will,
with you.
I can you just ride my shoulders. So yeah, and just grab onto the literal handlebars that I have on the back of my head. Rev me like a motorcycle and let's go.
Yeah, we're doing the thing you do at like a crowded amusement park, or like Disneyland, and you're just like weaving through, and you're like stopping and then getting through another area of people zooming.
So as you approach the circus tent, you walk in. There's no punches required. Everyone's just kind of filing in, and like you're not the first ones there, but you're there pretty early. So you walk in and you see the roof of the tent. It reaches up towards the night sky and 3 swooping peaks topped with spinning gold stars. Inside the walls are painted wooden panels, and the walls twirl with colorful motion, displaying vibrant circus performances. You hear sounds of music and laughter all throughout the tent. And as you walk in, where would you like to sit? I would say it's
what's the best spot?
It's like 4-tiered all the way around it. There's seating all the way around, so not really a bad spot. There's kind of a hallway where the entertainers may come in and out of. But yeah,
let's get like right over here, like in the front here, and like that hallway over there. Everybody's gonna come out, which means they're gonna be facing this direction. So like, let's up a squat right here.
That's really good too, because Cheshire, if you want to like do any of your illusion stuff, they'll see you too. They'll be really impressed.
I don't want to interrupt the performance, but if there's a way to tastefully contribute, I'll be sure to be on the lookout for it.
Yeah.
So you all sit down, and the lights come dim, and you hear a cheery, joyful voice pop up, and he says, "Ladies and gentlemen, this is the show. This is the reason that you all come. We're here once every 8 years, and some of the best memories that'll make you laugh, smile, cry, love, they all happen in this tent." And the lights kick back on, and in the middle of the ring, oh, no, not that guy. This one. You see a tall elf that is dressed as a jester. Red and white clothing, has a scepter that has a giant bug on it that kind of looks like a helmet that I know someone likes to wear. And he's like, "I'm your host of the evening. I am Mr. Light. I am co-owner of this carnival, and I am here to make sure you guys have a good time. So, without further ado, I would like to welcome our first act. If I can find my D8. Please help me in welcoming this amazing contortionist that we found while traveling the plains across the Feywild. And he kind of, you see this box being rolled out. It's so tiny. Like, we're talking, I don't even know a size to compare, but...
Is it smaller than a bread box?
I would say like a foot square, like just straight up.
Okay.
And you see, can I get some hype built up for the for our contortionist? And he's asking for the crowd to cheer up, and you hear clapping and cheering, and next thing you know, please welcome what should we call her? Bernadette, the halfling contortionist. So you see this halfling come out, and
yeah, Bernadette.
She's like, "All right, are you guys ready? I can fit in this box. Does anyone want to bet me that I can't fit in this box?" And she's just like looking across, and she makes eye contact with you three specifically. Do you want to bet I can fit in this box or no?
I bet.
Are you gonna try if I say you can't?
Oh, I will give it my best shot.
I don't think you can.
All
Do
right.
it.
So you start hearing some drum roll. You see her like crack her neck and like stretch, and she kind of puts one foot into the box, and you're pretty sure like she's not fitting in the box because her one foot like she's up to the knee in the box already. And next thing you know, she puts the other foot in, like really building that anticipation level. And next thing you know, she just kind of like, you hear a crack, and she just like squats down, and her assistant comes out and puts the lid on the box, and everyone's just amazed and starts clapping and cheering, and her assistant picks up the box and brings it over to you and kind of cracks it open, and Bernadette holds out a hand outside of her box expecting payment for the bet.
I give her a gold piece.
She gets it and like does one of these numbers, and the assistant carries the box back behind the curtain again, and
Very impressive.
Mr. Light comes back out, and he says, "Wasn't that an impressive show?" And like, he prompts for clapping and laughter and more cheering, and he's like, "What would you all like to see next? Would you like to see fire, or would you like to see some juggling?"
Fire!
Fire!
I'm sure he probably recognizes this voice. Just fire! Screaming out.
And he's like, "Ah, CN, you handed your flyers out. Come on up."
And his little clown outfit
like,
flying out.
Yes, Ian!
come
Yeah!
assist me with
woohoo.
this.
Pushing you out.
Oh yeah, he's right up there. He has no shame.
Turn to the person next to me. That's our friend.
We know him.
So, as you're up there hanging out with Mr. Light, he's like, "All right, I need you to hand this this liquid to our tiefling friend here. He is going to breathe fire for all of these fine folks."
Got it, boss. And he takes it and starts doing like the thing of like kind of like people do with like a dog or like with little kids, and is like handing it off and it's eventually does.
Roll a
pass it
performance
off.
check for me.
Yes, Ian! Woohoo.
Now see, he fails in everything but charisma, so this should be fine. 17, not too bad.
17.
Oh.
All right. So
Charisma and Constitution saving throws now, by the way.
Strength, no, absolutely not.
So you're kind of like playfully handling this tiefling, this box or this jug of liquid that you don't know what it is. You're just handing it to him, and he finally give it over to him, and he downs it, and he starts holding his chest like it's burning or it's hurting, and next thing you know,
Someone help this man.
like
Something went wrong.
he's really acting like it's hurting so much, and you start seeing smoke pour out of his nose, and it's coming out real heavily, and it just more and more it's starting to fill the air, and he just kind of like lifts his head up, and as he's lifting, he breathes the most beautiful like shade of fire just up, and like does a little dance while he's spewing fire out of his mouth, and like just putting on the biggest performance that he can. And then, you know, it kind of cuts off, and he takes a bow, and he pats Cian on the back and sends you back to your seat.
Goes back.
That was really impressive. Seeing you did such
Amazing.
a good job.
I thought he was really on to burn up from the insides, and we were going to watch a man die.
Yeah.
But no, people don't die here. If they do, don't worry about it. But
Something about you saying that makes me actually worry more about it.
You know, I was really put at ease with it, actually.
Really? Oh.
Yeah.
Need to just get a shirt that says "Don't worry about it."
Don't worry about it.
With some, like, pixie dust around it.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Are you talking to me?
That's the Witchlight Carnival motto. Forget about it.
So Mr. Light comes back out, and he's like, "Wasn't that just the most amazing show you all have seen? You know, usually we cut it after 2 grand performances, but I'm just drawn to bring you this one last performance, and I encourage all of you to participate if you're so moved by the movement." And he kind of points over to this this character that's in the dark, and the lights start to come up, and before the lights come up, you start to hear music, and it's playing ever so gently, and the lights come on, and you see this this satyr playing a violin over here, and it's playing the most beautiful music, and you all start just feeling inspired, and then it just gets upbeat, and plants start to spring up out of the ground, and they start dancing. And he's like, "Isn't this the most amazing thing you've ever seen? Does anyone else want to dance with these plants on the floor of the carnival?"
You guys, we should go dance. We should go dance.
go
I can play lots of musical instruments, but I don't play them to make plants grow. That's amazing. And they've already got a satyr. They're probably not going to want me, but I'll dance. Why not dance?
Dance and do some minor illusion stuff. It's gonna look so cool.
Okay.
don't worry about duplicates. You saw how many pixies there are.
So many goblins too. I'll quick slap my mask on, and I will mirthfully leap as a satyr over the heads of the people in the front row and jump down to join in.
So you all get down there.
Sawyer's in the audience, and she's like, "Wow, who's that cool masked guy? That guy seems really cool."
Yeah.
So some of the other patrons start making their way down. Think of it like a giant party, essentially. Like people, some of the older people have kind of like stuck to the side, like, oh, those are my grandkids down there. And then you have some others that have made their way out, and you guys have made your way to the dance floor. Everyone's just having a good time. But this mysterious satyr that's playing the violin has locked eyes and interest with Cheshire. Just out of the blue, like just very like not obsessed with you, but like almost like flirty.
Ooh.
All just while playing songs, not talking, just playing music while you're dancing.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try and, join in the fun, and, I'll dance with this partner for a second. I'll dance with this partner. Then I'll stand by myself and do like some like step dancing, some like hoof Irish river dance sort of crap.
Go ahead and roll a performance on that for me.
Okay. Well, good luck me. That's a 15.
Okay. So everyone's pretty like, you're like in the middle of the dance floor, essentially showing off for everyone. And everyone's like, wow, this guy's a really good dancer.
I have my belt is made up a bunch of different colored like ribbons and sashes and whatnot. As I jump around, I try and make them like move as much as possible, almost in like a ribbon dancey way, but off of my hips instead of my hands. And I will be twiddling my fingers behind me and doing whatnot so that little just flashes of color appear in addition to like the arcs of rainbow colors, and try and show it up and try and impress and, earn any attention that is being directed my way.
Okay. Anything else you guys are wanting to do in this big top party?
I'm just going to be Cheshire's hype man. Like, wow, that was so cool. Look at the colors. Stuff like that. While I boogie.
Ian's gonna start dancing with her, like taking her arms in his teeny ones and just start going like with her arms.
Well, as the song comes to an end, the plants disappear back into the ground, like almost like they sprung out of the ground and then they just went right back into it. And the satyr playing the violin disappears into the back, and the lights come back on in the tent, and it's one of those like, party's over, you can't stay here, but you gotta go. So have fun, enjoy the rest of the carnival, and make sure you have fun with the rest of the events.
That was so much fun.
Gather myself and return to the friends. I was just expecting to move that much at a carnival.
You looked so good out there. They had to have seen you.
Feels so dehydrated after all that the Pixie Kingdom.
Yeah, I'm a little worn out dancing on an empty stomach after all that.
You're quite good too. I didn't know that people bend that way.
Yeah, I like doing like little flips and stuff, so...
Maybe you could fit inside that little box if you really tried.
I bet if I tried really hard, I probably could. Maybe.
No, just for the duo act,
Yeah, I like that.
Mr. Light actually, he gets your all's attention before you leave, knowing that you were having fun, you were making bets, you were dancing, you were having a good time. You helped one of the acts altogether, and said, thank you all so much for helping with this carnival. It's people like you that really bring the joy to all of this, and give me just a little bit of time. I need to talk with my brother, Mr. Witch, but I would like to meet with you all here just a few hours tops. So enjoy the carnival, and we will see you here in a little bit.
Wow, thanks.
That'd be wonderful. But thank you very much.
Did you see all his magic stuff?
Oh, it was so impressive. And if we could, I assuming my brother is willing, I would love to get you all on, and the carnival as a whole. Like, I would love to get you on his acts and give you all jobs. But we have to convince my brother as well.
Oh, don't worry, boss. This one here with the horns makes potatoes.
Oh,
Yeah.
we need a cook.
Then I cook. That's a skill that I possess.
The last cook he had some mushrooms that just didn't sit right. I don't know what forest floor he got him out of, but those poor gnomes. We have open beds now, but it's fine.
I'm sorry, does this carnival have a history of people going missing or dying or some kind of... Because it started with Chocolate Thunder, and then it was the gnomes. It's like...
Just forget about it.
No, don't worry about it.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
It's okay.
It's just bewildered behind his mask, like his eyes are darting back and forth. I feel like we're not saying something important.
So, as he does a fancy bow, and he heads back into the changing area behind the tent and wishes you all your best.
So well dressed.
Yeah, he's real fancy.
I bet he spends a lot of time on that.
And
It always looks real cool, so maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe he's just wrong with it.
only needs 2 colors.
it's true.
2 and he's done.
And he noticed your stuff, Cheshire.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He thinks that we all have potential. I mean, you already work here. He already knows you have potential. CN, cotton candy, whatever you wish to be called. But you and your family, of course. I don't know how things would sit, but wouldn't that be exciting?
Right.
To run off with the circus. I mean, literally, just to do that.
It sounds really exciting on paper, but you might have to go off and do that for me. I have to stay here and take care of my brother and my dad.
I mean,
But I could come see you the next time you guys come through and everything.
Mayhaps. I mean,
I don't know.
it wouldn't hurt to have the conversation at least.
Sure, right.
Everyone we've spoken to has given us something for free. Maybe you'll get a stuffed owlbear or something out of the conversation.
Yeah.
Maybe we could bring your brother and your dad here, and they could just stay here.
Oh wow, I haven't thought about that. That would actually work out. I know my little brother would like it. So
can they do anything impressive? Like you can, or particularly good size for snail racing or anything?
My brother would probably be a really good jockey for the snail races. And
no
my
doubt.
dad does wood carvings. He hasn't done them in a while, but he could probably do that sort of thing.
There's all sorts of tchotchkes, that sell at carnivals and whatnot. There's little souvenirs.
That could work out. I'm sure they'd be open to it.
He could carve a little biscuit. He could. Do you think Northwind would find it offensive to have an effigy of himself in wood?
What if he got a carving on his trunk like a tattoo?
Oh.
That's maybe something to ask him about later.
Yeah.
Maybe a little squirrel that looks like his.
Like red, yeah.
That'd be really cool.
That's something to look forward to. He said he needed time. We should enjoy the carnival. We're here tonight,
Yeah, I don't want to stop having fun just yet. This has been amazing.
Okay. Well, that is the best stopping point that I can think of, and we can continue on next week.
Yay!
Yay!
So, we have made it halfway through the carnival. How do you guys feel?
This was so much fun.
It's a good time.
I'm having a great time telling the story, and you guys are doing awesome. I love all of your characters so much.
I like our little team we got going.
It's good.
But
I apologize for what I've made.
Never apologize. He's an angel.
the chaos of CN is the best chaos, and the fact that you didn't throw up on the Ferris wheel is even better.
Very impressive, really.
Faster!
This is where I live.
But
Man.
it's a good time. Anywho,
Yeah.
stream?
Let's see.
Oh yeah, do we have any announcements?
Thank you guys to the guys who stuck around in the stream. I know we went a little bit longer and we lost some people just for the sake of our continued enjoyment of ourselves. Of course, the VOD is going to be up if you came in the middle of this, or if you wanted to see how it began, or if you want to watch the ending later. It will remain on Twitch for 2 weeks, and then it will immediately appear on YouTube, so you'll never be without the ability to catch up. We are planning to continue this on a weekly basis. So, barring the unforeseen, further Wednesdays, we will be on, the four of us, doing exactly this. Every Wednesday at 7 Central for more Witchlight fun. Tomorrow, I will be streaming Elden Ring again, because that is my life now, and I'm very okay with it. And I'll be starting that at 7 as well. The next D&D on the channel will be Monday at 7 for more Rhymehold, with me and Tyler continuing to try and stay alive in spite of the efforts of wolves and whatnot. We're going to head into that fortress at the end of the crevasse and find out what's causing the weird lights and what those faces in the sky meant at the end of last session.
Also, shout out to Grimforge, who gifted some subs earlier in the evening too.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you
very
for
much.
that.
Pop up.
I will shout that at the beginning of our Elden Ring. Not as many people watch the Elden Ring as watch these though, so we do need to thank Grimforge. Grimforge has been hanging out with us pretty much with me pretty much all week. Every time I've been live, they've at least popped in and said hello and given me a lurk or done something generous, and I appreciate you guys, Grimforge especially. Gifted to Mikkel and the Hall of Justice, who is a buddy of mine who, if I can kick their ass into gear a little bit, is wanting to run the Witcher RPG system on the channel at some point soon. So looking forward to that. And thanks to Trixie for, I know that's not your real name, but to Trixie for staying with us the entirety of this stream since you arrived. You were one of the few who made it all the way to the end.
You did it.
You can stop now.
It's
Go
over.
get
Nothing
some
cool is
rest.
happening.
And hey, thanks to Rob for running his first ever Dungeons and Dragons session in front of
Yay,
the camera,
Rob!
and for our sake.
Thank you all.
That was a hell of a start, buddy.
I appreciate it.
That's all I have.
Okay. Well, anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and have a lovely evening, and we will see you next time. Have a good one.
Good night.
Good night.
Or good morning, or wherever you are.